Hey guys, Cookie38 here, and we're back with more Star Wars Age of Rebellion. So, we've got no Will, we've got no Connie, and Michael's having some tea at the moment, but hopefully back soon. So, with the people who are here, we've got Andy,
Yeah.
we got Jacob,
Hello.
we got Danielle,
Hi.
and then we've got Adam.
Oh.
Right, so do you guys want to just do a quick recap of what happened last week?
Messed around in Rebel ship base thing.
Yeah.
Came down to this planet. On the weird place to land. Also found some thermal detonators, and that's about it. And also Destiny rolls.
Destiny
Oh,
Ball,
yes. Yeah.
Right,
26 hours.
right. 2 seconds, I'm just going to... There we go, I just cleared the pool first. Because I don't know whether you started rolling like that, it would add on, so I need to make sure to... Oh.
Fuck.
Oh. Alright, so we've got... So, when Michael comes back, he'll add to the Destiny roll, but I will just force a player update for now. It's quite a small pool today,
Shit.
and very much in my favour. So, the last where we left off was that you guys were just, I think, gonna be you were just walking out of this village centre, so so a Talon could actually show you the detonators properly.
Yeah.
Alright, so
So I could take him.
so as you guys walk out of the village centre, trying to be as inconspicuous as possible, I assume, or as you can be anyway.
Yeah.
Talon will produce the thermal detonators, and then we'll hand them off to Niku, because he's the expert. And Andy, in case you were wondering what they look like, that's what a thermal detonator looks like.
Oh. Hmm.
Basically, you set it up however you want, you press that red button, there you go.
Alright. Shit, I thought it would look more like C4.
No,
Nah.
like a really small palm sized grenade. You
Hmm.
can get half thermal detonators, which have a flat side just.
Yeah. Okay, so you've handed off thermal detonators to the demolitions expert. The bear. So what are you doing now? You know the Imperials are waiting for someone. You would assume maybe the rebels. And actually, because Rolo was told something, and I don't think he's told anyone else yet.
I think I did.
I can't remember.
I'm
Did you
almost
mention?
certain I did. I definitely mentioned vehicles.
Okay, fair enough. I can't remember whether you'd actually told him or not. And you know there's a couple of vehicles in a emptied out, like, grain silo somewhere else in the village, which will be used in the ambush.
Oh, so they're going to use them.
That's how it came across to you, anyway. They're planning to use them.
Can we see this grain silo?
Make a perception check. Because none of you. I'm trying to think. Has not been. Make it a 1 difficulty. Because I imagine you're all at least somewhat not knowledgeable to the Out of Rim in some degree. Oh, what 1 difficulty, mate?
What? Put it in.
The thing's still highlighted, it won't actually put it into the roll.
Yeah.
You need it on the highlight.
Right. Either way, it'd be a disadvantage, right? Yeah, you can see what you would assume is a grain silo. There are a couple that you can see,
Right.
but they are in the same kind of vicinity. So
Okay. Should we start heading over there?
Hmm.
Okay, so
Shall
so
we
you head
see?
over there. There are a few more Imperials on the way. None of them really seem to bother you that much. But it did seem like the majority of them were at that like center area, like the marketplace area, where this ambush is hopefully going to happen.
They probably have people there because if they're waiting for an ambush, they've got to have people in the vehicles.
Hmm.
Can find some stuff on days.
Or if we take everyone out, take over the vehicles ourselves, and then pretend to be them, and then drive in for the ambush, and then just shoot all the whatever they're called, Empire instead of the rebels, they'll never know. Unless we don't sound like them.
Hmm.
And if that goes wrong, we just pull them up.
Yeah.
And then you still get to put things up.
Do something.
How many vehicles?
Can I make a perception check around the area, looking for Imperials and see where they're meandering around?
Right. Are you doing it like on the way to the grain silo when you kind of get to that area?
I'd say as we're going.
But okay, I mean, like I mentioned, you wouldn't even need a perception because you would notice kind of like the odd Imperial soldiers. These look like army troopers. They're not stormtroopers. They're just like regular dudes. And there are a few of them around. Like I said, it's quite sparse. The rest of the village. However, if you want to make a perception check when you get to the grain silo, then you're more than welcome to do that. As for the number of the vehicles, they never mentioned how many vehicles there were. But from what you can see at a distance, the grain silo doesn't look to be probably too big. You'd guess maybe a couple, but you wouldn't think they could fit any more in there. Of course, they didn't mention what vehicles they were, so, you know, it could be anything.
Yeah.
Do the grain silos look like being guarded?
Yeah, I won't have you make a perception check on that, because yeah, they look like they're being guarded. However, it doesn't look like kind of proper troopers. It looks, and let me just pull this out. I'm pretty sure it's. Where are they? What do they count as? Oh, right, okay. Oh, whoops! I accidentally put them on the wrong layer. I'll enlarge this. You see a bunch of, you see several people looking in that kind of uniform. Standing around the entrance to the grain silo. Bunch of those dudes. To be fair, I don't think any of you have any particular. No, to be fair, Michael would, but he's not here. But for guys who are here now, you wouldn't have any particular knowledge on what this person does. You would guess that because they're where you think the vehicles are, they're probably the drivers. They're probably the crew of the vehicle.
Oh, gotcha.
I mean, so that's wrong. Well, my thing is to know as much about the Empire as possible.
Right. In that case, then yeah, you would know. You would know from information that you've gathered yourself previously that that yes, they are the vehicle crews for ground vehicles for the Empire. So these guys are going to be getting in whatever vehicles, and you see. Make a perception check at 1 difficulty just to do a very quick count. Okay. Now you don't know whether there's any more, but you count 4 standing outside the doors to this grain silo. And these are pretty big doors in this grain silo. It's not like a small thing, so easy to be able to get kind of like mid-sized vehicles through.
Hello, Z.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hello.
Hello. Can you roll
Ooh.
Destiny? Ooh,
It's a new angle.
that is
I like
a new
it.
angle.
Cheers, yes. I have an actual desk now.
Yeah. Shit.
Okay, so you're not just sat with like a laptop on your lap or something.
No, I had the same PC, but it was
Yeah,
on
yeah.
that dinner tray over there.
Oh,
What am I rolling?
can you make a Destiny roll, please?
Oh, laughing at my dinner
It was
tray.
really on that. Oh, look how
Yeah.
fucking low to the ground it is. Holy shit.
Wait, you can raise it up.
That
Oh,
does
can you? Oh,
that,
okay.
that does
Yeah, but how
explain
could you-
kind of the low angle.
yeah, but how could you manage like a monitor and a keyboard
Yeah.
and mouse on that?
There wasn't much space, I will be honest.
Jeez.
I can now see why you don't bring any food back to your room to eat, 'cause you got no surface to put it on. I mean, you do now, but you don't now.
You can eat on your lap.
I mean, for me, I just literally use a space down by my keyboard. I just move like my keys and such out of the way, and it's just like, that's good enough for my plate. It just about fits on. Right, so what you base is, you walked away from the center, you gave a thermal detonators to Niku, and now you're walking towards the grain silo where the Empire is concealing some vehicles of some variety.
The Empire is. Alright.
Yes, to use in an ambush.
The reason
And
I
there's
thought that the
four
rebels
crew.
were kind of.
There's 4 crew people standing outside the grain silo. But Kuta isn't sure there might be more.
In the front, what's the back look like?
What's the
Back look like?
back of the grain silo?
Well, before going and walking around, what can I see first? Is it the back? Well, towards the back.
It's hard to tell from your angle.
I don't want to
really.
look in the silo. I want
Yeah.
to look around the silo.
So
What's the terrain like?
right? Oh, okay. It's fairly open. There are some buildings nearby, but there's a bit of an open space like directly in front of the silos. You would guess it's so they can get like vehicles in and out to deposit grain or whatever.
What's the back like?
The back is more congested because that's kind of like back alleys because the back's kind of back onto buildings that are there as well.
Right, so can I circle around in the back alleys to have a look at the back of the silo?
Exactly what route are you going to take to get around? How kind of direct are you being to get to the back of the silos? Or are you taking a very long roundabout path?
As soon as I get line of sight of Imperial forces, I'll take more of a direct path.
More direct.
Yeah, but as soon as but whilst in the line of sight, I'll go a little bit wider.
Okay. Okay, cool. So you start kind of skirting around, so it kind of looks like you're just kind of walking off to another part of the village. And then when you're sure that they're not looking, you quickly dart into one of the alleyways on the side, and then start making your way using those to the back of the silo that they were standing in front of. And there is an actual person-sized door at the back of the silo.
Is there anybody there?
There is currently 1 army trooper standing by that door.
Right. I'll radio to the others. There's 1 trooper stationed at the back door.
That's fun.
Yeah, one quick thing that you see as well is that you see 2 other people who look like more vehicle crew members walking off, kind of like away from you, kind of back towards like the main street.
2 more crewmen going to the main street.
Like 7 in total. Not counting anyone that could be inside.
Yeah.
I don't think we want to do this too loud because then it lets them know what we're doing.
I mean, I will get out of sight at the silo in the back alleys and pass them on the radio.
Okay.
I mean, if we enter through back door, get inside first, and try and secure the inside of the building, we should be good.
I mean, whatever vehicle it is, I can drive it. And I'm pretty sure it'll have some sort of guns on it. So, I could shoot the place up from one of my vehicles. As long as there's no one inside it.
No, we need to just floor it.
If anything, if we go for the vehicles, we gain an Imperial vehicle anyway that the rebels here can use, even if we don't stop their ambush.
Feel like we need to stop the ambush though?
Well, we've
For
already
there
taken
to
a
be
turn.
rebels?
Well, no, it's we take the vehicle. As the ambush happens, we roll in the vehicle and then shoot the Imperials.
Oh, so yeah, so they're expecting it to reinforce them, but then it's like,
Yeah.
yes, I like this.
Oh boy.
Can you like sneakily
Exactly
tank the one guy at the door, yeah?
I need somebody else here. Can't just walk up to the guy. I need somebody else.
I was just asking. Theoretical at the moment. I'm not telling you to do anything.
I could walk up and talk to it.
Yeah. That,
I am a bounty hunter after all, and there could be someone here I'm looking for.
so it'd be great if everybody get around this side, stack up, get distraction in, quick stabby. Off we go.
Quick stabby. Okay. So, how are the rest of you gonna get round there? Describe what you're doing exactly. Because Kuta was fine. He went around on his own. You know, there's no issue. He kind of did a roundabout way on his own.
In like not direct like scurrying around, I guess. And I'm assuming Kuta's told us wherever he is, so I'll try and make my way around there somewhere.
Okay. And what are the rest of you doing?
Is there like a main road going round? Not using alleyways?
Yeah, there's like a main road kind of like going past the silos, like kind of like both ways, really. Kind of like, you know, directly kind of in front of where you are, more or less, and kind of like to the side. Kuta had to cross that main road to get into the back alleys on the other side. But he kind of like wandered down it and then kind of cut across when he thought no one was looking.
I just walk along the main road.
Essentially, what I'm asking is, are you going as one big group, or are you going to go one at a time, kind of thing? How are you doing this?
I feel like I need to follow someone.
I'll pick Fuzzy up and take him.
That's fine.
Just a bounty hunter with a Build-A-Bear. Instead of 4.
Could I do
my
that? Could I
attacking
have, like, I don't... Okay.
I mean,
I'm
you
kinda heavy
mean,
right now,
you
actually.
you are
Shit.
visibly armed with a pistol.
Am I?
He's my attack Ewok. I thoroughly.
But Ewoks are not common.
Oh no, he's not a tacky walk. He's your little stuffed Wookie.
God.
Perfectly proportioned.
Don't say that. That transferred the thing. Like. He's an animatronic.
Alright. Well, it's
Sure.
the thing of, it's not Build-A-Bear, it's Build-A-Wookie.
Chill, Andy, chill.
I just... I can't. Wookiees are fucking giants.
Yeah, that's why you got little small bear.
Yeah, but I've got,
Really?
like, I'm fucking stumpy as fuck for an Ewok, like scale wise.
It
You're like the runt of your family.
Is there a way to act like a bear? What's the skill for that?
Give me a second.
Shit, it would be
Oh, is it like
deception.
my
Fuck.
pet Ewok? I leveled all my weapons. Because that's smart.
It's not common, but oh, if you want to go that angle,
I mean, it's not coming to have an Ewok with you. I've got to come up with some solution.
Courier.
None of which would be courier. Carries my weapons for me.
I guess
And
you could
hope
say
it
I'm a
is.
baby Ewok or something. Not an Ewok, sorry, Wookiee. I don't know what they look like.
Right, so are you all just kind of going together in a group, kind of wandering down the main road and then kind of cutting off when you can? Huh?
Sure. Sure.
You're about to say,
Still
"Look
gonna
at
pick up
you
Fuzzy.
Almost like drag. I would like to point out.
I'm just trying
Doesn't need to do it, but she's still doing it.
Niku's probably fairly heavy because I think Ewoks are quite. I've got quite a lot of mass. They're quite heavy. So it's
I mean,
not.
I'm also carrying a lot of shit.
Yeah. So it's not like you're picking him up. It's more like you're dragging him along behind you.
Oh, okay, never mind then.
It's just fucking Todd Brewster dragging an Ewok by the collar. Just like, come on, you're
I
going
mean,
on
I've got
your walk.
4 thermal detonators on me. That's 4
I'm
income.
dragging him across the floor. If I can't pick him up with my arms, I'm just gonna let him walk.
Yeah. Alright.
Yes, take
But
my
yeah.
thermal detonators
But yeah, you all,
Yeah.
you're.
without asking.
I did that.
The one thing that you
Just when you
four-
went here.
the one
Aaron,
thing
give him.
the one thing that you four will notice is the two, well, like the crew members who came out the alleyway that Kuta mentioned have now gone round to join the other 4. So there's now 6 of them standing in front of the silo. But other than that, you guys don't really see anyone else, and you manage to dart into the back alleys and meet up with Kuta.
Hey, beautiful. Hope you weren't too lonely without me.
Yes.
Jesus Christ. And I wonder why we don't get anywhere. He just says yes to something after a massive pause. And it's like... yeah, so you've all met up. What are you doing?
I mean, I have no way of silently killing this guy.
Well, I decided who's doing the stabbing. Okay, so you good with distraction?
Easily. I am very distracting.
I'll follow on along behind.
Right.
Oh shit! I didn't realise that.
I'll get another nally down so I won't approach the same one, so I can be behind the dude.
Okay. Yeah. So you are ready to go with your knife to shank a bitch. And scene.
Okay, I'll just walk up to the guy.
You've got to go. Halt there. Who are you? What are you doing
Hey!
here?
I need some help, actually. See, I'm a bounty hunter in the area. And I'm looking for someone. I was hoping you'd be able to help me. You seem very authoritative and very helpful.
Are you trying to like charm the guy into helping you?
Sure.
Make a charm check then at. I'll say 1 difficulty. Because to be fair, he's a guy being approached by, you know.
Please work. What's that? That's a fail. Shit.
Ooh.
That's so good.
Oh, shit.
Oh, hang on. No, hang on.
Oh, I didn't roll properly, yeah. Sorry.
Right. I mean, okay, technically, all we'd have to do is knock the second one off. So you still failed, unfortunately.
Oh, okay.
He
But
just,
without the stats.
he just goes, yeah, I can't help you, I'm afraid. I'm just here.
Aw.
You're gonna have to just kind of move along.
Can
You
I
can't be
start
here.
stealthing up?
Are you
Alright,
sure?
make a stealth check at 2 difficulty.
You seem to be very authoritative, and I'm sure you've got some knowledge of the area since you've been here for so long. And see, I'm quite new to the system. I normally do business in other areas. So it's just a little bit of information. It's really all I need.
Okay, Kuta,
I
as
can
you're
help though.
stealthing forward trying to get closer, you accidentally kick a rock, and he kind of goes, he makes noise, like gets kicked in front of you. And he goes, "Who's there?" And he kind of like gets his blaster rifle ready.
I mean, can I just like rock up and just be like, "Yob nub"?
This shit is heavy.
Nobody here.
I don't know who you people are, but you need to leave. You need to go.
Oh, he's with me.
I've got a disturbance to look into.
How
Oh,
close am I?
Wait, what was that, sorry?
How close am I?
You can like round the corner of like the silo to him.
I just say, "Yob nub."
That was me sorry.
Make a deception check at 2 difficulty
Two.
with the setback.
Fuck.
With setback.
Oh, right.
Kind
Whilst he's looking at Nikki, can I come up behind it?
Which one's setback?
It's the black one.
Okay.
Hold up, like, I'm just gonna have him do this roll first, and then you can try. Okay,
Oh!
he'll go. Wait, but it came from over there, and you came from over there. Wait, what's going on? At which point, Kuta, you kind of sprint round the corner and go to shank the guy. So just make an attack roll. It's 2 difficulty for melee. And I'll give you a boost die because he's slightly confused by the whole situation at the moment with Nikki.
Blue.
Yes, please.
Because, hang on a second.
Oh yeah, but actually,
Not that one.
I'll probably need this at some point, so let's just get it ready.
Ah, yeah, do I, Oh, right, no, some damage on attack, never mind. I was gonna say, would Pack onto her account because, made an at least one other ally that are engaged with. Because they're engaged in talking.
Yeah, I'd say that. Yep.
Yeah, that's only in damage. Wait, that's pistol, that's knife.
Ooh! Ouch! So your brawn is 2 plus 1, 3, 5 minus 3 plus 2. Right.
And Pack Hunter does an extra point of damage.
Right. Technically, your damage would not kill him. However, your triumph activates critical if you wish, which would kill him automatically. A critical automatically kills him. So Kuta, from the distraction, you run around the corner, take your knife and just jab up, and you manage to catch him like right underneath, like the chin, kind of like where like the neck meets like his chin, and he just kind of goes and just pops over dead. You make sure to kind of push him away so he doesn't he doesn't topple onto Azana.
I was gonna say we need to like.
Yob nub.
Because you're no gentleman.
But
and all
that
that.
was close.
I'll signal to the other 2.
Right, anywhere to hide this guy.
I was gonna say just drag him through the door so no one's inside it.
Um,
Stealthy than me.
To be honest, there aren't really any hiding places in these back alleys.
No, I mean like drag him through the door behind us to the silo because I'm assuming.
Oh,
it's-
into the silent.
Yeah.
Do we know if there's anyone in there yet, though?
Yeah, we don't know
it's a
yet.
good check.
Right.
That's the
Right.
problem.
No.
Dragon say, "Oh,
I-
hey, we're just carrying this."
Front again.
Like the thought was dragging it down. Oh, hi guys.
He fainted. He's just fainted.
Then why is there blood on him? Oh, he hurt himself.
Right, no, can I check door?
The door's locked.
Oh, can I check guy for keys?
Hmm.
What was it?
Can you make a destiny jump? Oh, no, that's not his yet.
Are these the right numbers?
What did
We
I
only
do?
have one life. But
Yeah,
Yeah.
one.
Yep, people roll quite badly. What did
Depends
I do
if you think
before?
they're
Was
gonna
it?
come
It
in.
was. Make a skullduggery check. like 2 difficulty or something.
To diff. Skills. Skills.
Because it's more you don't know whether anyone's going to come and check on this guy, so it's like, shit, quick find it. Yeah, unfortunately you don't find the key card on the guy.
Reason destiny point. I'll just go. Because those guys were walking around.
Yeah. What's the lock like on it?
To be honest, it doesn't look that sophisticated. You would guess because it's just been appropriated, so there was no need to have like a really big sophisticated thing on it. You reckon you could probably reasonably easily get through it with computers by hacking into the panel. So if you, are you going for it?
Who's going for it? Me or Nikki?
I'll go for it. Fuck it. Let's go.
So make a computers check at 1 difficulty.
Okay.
And just because of all the advantages that the Kuta roll, then take. I'm about to say take a boost.
I was going to say take 1 advantage just because I left the boost die on by accident.
Okay. Right. Well, just roll a boost die separately for now.
Okay.
Okay, yeah, that boost die would cancel out other things. Yeah, that's fine. Yep, you pretty easily managed to get it open, and you managed to do it in a way that leaves no trace of you ever hacked into this thing.
Nice.
Are Rollo and Talon with us?
They are, yes.
Can I have a peek inside?
Sure. By the way, Rolo has a
Lovely.
gun on the ground.
Ooh.
Not
What kind of-
anymore.
What kind of gun?
It's a blaster rifle.
Ooh, very nice.
The same kind of stormtroopers use. The E11, I think it is, but yes, a blaster rifle. Yeah, that's fine. You open the door, you have a look inside, and you see you don't see anyone in there. And let me just drag the vehicles that are in there. 2 seconds.
Can we drag the body in there?
Well, just real quick before you do it,
The fuck is that?
you see
The
2 You
transporter.
see 2 of those.
2 of them.
2 of those.
Say,
Bronzing.
There's not too much
Shit.
space left, to be honest. They take up most of the inside. You can just about get them out. But yeah, there's 2 of those.
Nobody in?
do we know what they are?
Our transport?
They look more like- yeah,
non-electricity
they look-
transport.
Right,
I'm just wondering how likely it is that they're full of people.
right,
No.
could I just drag Adam and Michael into another chat, since you 2 would know this? You know, looking
Yo.
forward to a thing where I can do it well when more people know it. But essentially, they are, as you guessed, Adam, Imperial troop transports. They're used predominantly just to transport like squads of usually army or stormtroopers across the battlefield, but they can stand up against lightly armored vehicles as well. And especially because the rebels are well known for using kind of, for like a better term, like jury-rigged vehicles, just like a speeder with a gun on it. You know, they're kind of bolted on. It's a pretty good vehicle for like the local areas to deal with rebel threats. Sorry.
Yeah, that's just troop transport. The prisoner transport is see the little how can you see that
Yeah.
thing on the
Yeah.
they stick like some cages in the outside and stick prisoners in it.
They
and
do,
have them
yeah.
travel on the outside.
They do. And you guys would also know that you now know the 6 crew members out in front, and you know that those 6 are the people, because there's usually a pilot, the gunner, and a commander. So
Okay.
so you think that's all there probably is. You doubt there's anyone else inside.
Okay. Cute.
Alright, let's head back over.
Gunner is the same as piloting Planetary.
Right.
Fun.
Cool. Alright. So yeah, couple of those in there.
Yes, and they are just transports. And with the amount of people outside, they are empty.
Cool.
Now, I should point out, in this grain silo, there doesn't really seem to be anywhere you can hide the guy properly. Like, no, like, out of the corner area.
Oh no, we
No
drag him
boxes?
inside, close the door, and then stump him, and then use him as a doorstop.
Wait, what's I use him as a door
What if it
stop?
opens outwards?
He didn't open outwards. We
It
just
doesn't.
walked in through the door.
Or when they come in, someone closes the door behind them because they're gonna have to come in with the ships, right? And then we just shoot them with the ships. And then we also know when to leave with the ships because they're coming to get the ship. If you
Or
get
the other thing is, when they come in and open the doors to get come in, we just floor it and run them over.
that too.
That sounds cool.
Very
Yeah, that'd be
subtle.
sweet.
What the bath?
How many seats?
Same
do we
line.
have?
What, sorry?
How many seats are in these things?
Now, with the transport, there's pilot, gunner, commander,
Mhm.
and then kind of like passengers, essentially.
Okay, not more.
So, I mean, because there's 5 of you here, essentially there'll be 2 drivers, 2 gunners, probably the sharpshooters to be fair, and then 1 person who'd be like a commander, like on top, who could probably use their gun from like a hatch on top. But it just depends who wants to be the second driver.
Right, I've got.
Also, who has gunnery for the
Mm.
ships?
I'm decent at both, like piloting and gunnery, so I could be either.
It's
I
gonna.
got 3 greening piloting
Same.
planetary. I don't know. I don't think I have anything gunnery.
I've got 4 green in both piloting and gunner.
Same.
The same skill, isn't it, Adam?
Yeah, it's both
Is it?
agility.
It's
Yeah.
both agility.
All right.
Yeah. So you have the same as me.
Oh, gunnery's there.
Oh, good. At least people are actually alright with using. That was my big worry, to be honest, that people wouldn't be that good at using gunnery stuff.
Also, I only have a light pistol as a gun.
Oh, is that
My
it?
pistols are great. It's what I use.
Sorry?
My pistols are fine. That's what I use.
Yeah, no, but for range, and we have
Yeah.
an actual platform to lean on, so
Shit, I'm gonna be commander at.
Well, you can throw a thermal detonator from the roof.
Well, just,
And-
just think of it this way. This is
could be
kind of
that,
like
you're
how
right.
it's going to feel when you have your automated laundry basket.
Oh my god. Oh shit. Okay, alright, yeah. Commander, it's for me.
That's still gonna happen. I haven't
Don't hit
gotten.
us with the thermal detonator.
I mean, if you're going really fast, it shouldn't.
So, what were you trying to say, Jay?
I'm gonna do it. It's gonna get done at some point. It's on my ship
Mm.
waiting. It just needs armor.
It needs
Oh, right. The...
armor, a motor.
I mean,
I'll push it around if I need to.
could you push it around with that amount of armor on?
That would kind of stop you from shooting, though, because you need both hands to use your big ass fucking blaster rifle.
I can
Yeah,
stop
push
it.
it around.
Get a
Behind it.
mount to put on top of it so you can put your gun on that. And then drive
Do I
around and then shoot with the
attach
mount.
a bipod
Portable chest
on
high
top
wall.
of it?
Yeah.
It's a mobile chest high wall.
God.
Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
Yeah.
Shit, it would be, yeah.
That's the idea.
Mobile chest high wall with an Ewok inside it.
Yeah. That's fucking
Extra
crazy.
protection.
It's just throwing out fucking thermal detonators.
That is blowing up their own thing because you can't throw them that far.
That I will say.
If you had the wall.
I'll just say to Nikki right now: if we get like chased in a car chase, and the Imperials are behind us, lob a thermal detonator behind us.
So, is there anyone inside the silo?
No one inside the silo.
Can
So
we
I'd say
open up
just-
these vehicles?
Yeah. They're actually unlocked.
Fine.
I'm gonna jump into one of the seats, the driver's seats.
Oh, you're driving one of them.
Yeah, I'll
Okay.
drive one.
I guess I'll get in the one that's
Better than
behind.
me.
Yeah, there is a chase then.
Well, they're not behind. They're kind of side by side.
No, I mean like as we whoever's going
Oh,
first, I'll
okay,
go in the
right.
other one basically. Well, you think we're gonna go out in a line and not side by side.
Yeah,
Silo.
you definitely can't get out side by side. I was just saying that's where the
Yeah,
vehicles were. But yeah, that's fine. Now I know what you mean now. Sorry.
I'll get one of the
Who's
gunning
the gunner?
stations. I'll be a gunner.
Right.
I'll get in the same as Roller.
Nice.
Right, so I guess
Shit, you're
there's
gonna
two
have to be a
pilots.
gunner, Adam.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to be a gunner.
I do fine.
Yeah,
It'll be alright.
at least you guys are decent at shooting. That's not too bad.
I think I'm the best at gunnery as well, but I'm also the best pilot.
That's kind of I mean, you roll less dice than Jacob and Michael do, but you have a yellow, which can make all the difference, to be fair. But yeah. So we've got Azana as driver 1, Kuta as gunner 1, and Niku as only commander. And then we've got Rolo as driver 2, and Talon as gunner 2. Cool. And then just for cinematic sake, and Fel just kind of getting us passengers. Alright. So what's the plan, guys?
I think we're waiting for them to come to us.
So we can either shoot them as they come into the ships, or we can shoot them as they come into the door. Thing
I
is, if
thought
I,
we were running them over.
Well, we
I
can
can
do
also
both.
run them over, but I don't know if it'll kill
Just
them.
shoot them and run them over. Well, shoot them and then just run over
I
them.
mean,
If
yeah,
they're not dead by the time, then they'll hopefully die.
Why don't we shoot then run them over?
That's what I said. I meant we shoot at them. If they're not dead by the time we reach them, we'll run them over.
So wait, I should just mention, by the way, that these actually have. Wait, what the fuck? Wait, that can't be right. Sorry. What the fuck? Right, because these actually have 2 lots of guns on them, and I think I just messed.
2 lots.
Oh yeah, I did mess up. Sorry, just I'll have to check the actual, but just fucking hell. Sorry. So I just realised I cocked up with one of the weapons. It is a 4 and 4. Yeah. For some reason I had it damaged down as 10 and not 4, so I was like, yeah, that'd be a bit out there. So the pilots have control, a pair of front-mounted light blaster cannons. They are separate. They're separate weapons. You can fire them together and give them the linked 1 quality, which honestly against people you don't need. To be honest, if you hit them with them, then they die. And then the gunners have access to a turret-mounted light blaster cannon, which can fire in all directions. Which is also linked 1. So.
Out of curiosity, do I have a window and can I shoot through it?
You've got there's a windows. There's like one of those like little slits so you can like see where you're driving in front of you, but you can't really fire through it.
Oh, okay. No
It's-
one's by
it's
the
a-
side or anything.
It's a window
It's a
that doesn't
vision.
roll down.
Yeah.
This is like a drive-by shooting.
I mean, I'm thinking more. Do you know like tank drivers have like those little slits that they can like just about see out of, but that's about it. It's kind of like
Yeah.
that.
It's bigger than this little slit.
But you know what I mean? Kind of like it's big enough to kind of like see out of, but it's small enough that kind of it helps protect them from small arms fire coming at that hole.
Yeah.
It's basically that. So you couldn't get blaster fire through that, I'm afraid. I mean, to be fair, you've got 2 vehicle weapons that you're using yourself as the pilot. You don't really need it.
I can't like drive up to next to someone, roll down the window and shoot them in the face or anything like that.
I mean, there is a door right next to where you're sitting, so you can probably just kind of open it and shoot them and try and close
Hit them with the door and then shoot.
it. Might be a bit of a stretch to kind of go and close it again. You might have to lean out a little, but
Shooting doors.
so you kind of just roll up next to someone, open the door, fucking hell. Guys. Alright, so are you just waiting in perpetual silence until you think they're coming in?
Also, am I completely exposed then?
No.
I mean, you can be inside the hatch, inside the vehicle, but there's also like you can pop out of the hatch at the top to shoot as well.
Okay. I mean, if it need
Who's
vision.
he
but
in
we have to
again?
out the
I
hatch,
should
right?
just point out that your hatch is behind the turret, so if you are
Okay.
out in the hatch, the turret cannot face backwards, otherwise it will hit you.
Maybe like swing it around, just gonna whack him in the head.
Basically, yes.
Whose tank is he in?
He
Whoever's
is
in the back.
Asana and Cooters.
We need Indiana Jones in. Who's tank
Was the pro pilot?
Yes, you're
Wait,
with the
why is the
pilot.
pro pilot not leading the charge?
Regard.
Okay. Alright,
Protect the important ones, right?
Let the cannon fodder go first, I guess.
Don't.
With the quite untrained pilot, really.
I mean, he's in a tank. If we hit somewhere, it's probably somewhere else that's gonna get damaged.
Sorry. That's kind of what that kind of like going all over the place. Literally just gonna be driving like that, more or less, just trying to keep it steady.
Makes them harder to hit you. It's absolutely fine.
Yeah,
You're doing
it's a
great
tactic.
All right, so if you're not talking about anything in the meantime, you're not sure how long's passed.
Wait, do these have like Imperial like radios or something? Whatever? I don't even know how they communicate.
They
Yeah,
do. They do.
Will we be able to listen in somehow? Or would they need
well,
hacking?
Hold up. Because as you now you haven't tried starting the thing fair enough. So as you're kind of waiting there, you don't know how long it's been. You do hear over said radios. Speed is approaching. Possible rebel activity.
Ooh, it's starting, guys.
And from that, you see the drivers will see because unless is Niku poking out at the moment or is he in?
Pull him down if he is.
Yeah,
That's fine. So the drivers out of the slots in from what you can see, you see the doors open and the 6 people start to come in.
Start firing.
Do they shut the door behind them or do they just walk in?
They're just walking in.
Okay.
I think they're gonna hear tank fire, whether the door's open or not.
No, I mean like so people outside don't hear it.
I mean,
Hear it anything.
tank fire. I'm guessing it's pretty loud.
Yeah,
No talking, start shooting.
It's
can do.
right.
When they all get in. Of
Did
course.
anyone try and start the vehicle before this happened?
I
Yes.
assume we
Oh.
tested. I mean, I was gonna do like I forgot to mention. I was gonna do like a full inspection of the ship to see, compare it and ultimately say
Okay. We'll retcon a bit if because you say you were going to right. So you said you did an inspection. What you inspected exactly? Just
like everything, what the guns are like, whether it works, what the engine's like, and then comparing it to my own ship and saying how terrible it is. This gun is not a good gun at all. This engine sounds horrible.
It's well made for its purpose.
As bad as the rebels.
It's well made for its purpose. However, you encounter a slight problem. You don't know how to turn this thing on.
Oh, come on! I'm a seasoned pilot of many years. Can't I turn this on?
Make a piloting planetary check at 2 difficulty.
Wait, I do a thing about this.
Shit.
Should I also do this?
Oh, no,
Is
hold
this a
up.
setback or a difficulty?
Difficulty.
What else can I do? Oh, that's a reroll.
I
I
mean,
can reroll gunnery checks.
I mean, you've got guns. You've got guns as a pilot, so that helps. Which uses gunnery.
Mm-hmm.
What was it? Planetary.
Yes, please.
Wait, I
You didn't do difficult. So just do the 2 difficulty dice on their own.
which one's that one? Purple.
The purple, yes.
Yeah.
Roll.
Which cancels out everything. Yeah, you're not familiar with how to start this thing. You've never been inside one
Can I
before.
go? Can I just like go to the basics of like piloting? So I'm assuming all like ships are
Is it
similar.
computer
So I start
science?
going through the basics, like okay, does this work? No. Does this work? And eventually, would I be able to figure it out?
Right. realise is that these vehicles are locked, so they can only be used by the crew.
Can we hack him?
Hack it.
Yeah.
Can me and Cooter hack him?
Right.
We hotwire them.
Okay. Because you are doing it kind of like, because we've retconned it a bit, you would be able to go over to the other one, because technically both the computers people who could do this, like the mechanic in particular, in fact both mechanics as well, are in one vehicle. So
I mean, we'd have to do it to the second vehicle anyway.
you would, but my point is, without the retcon, you can't get to do the other vehicle.
Ah, gotcha. Yeah.
Because those two aren't mechanics. Or computers people.
Oh, so they want to start. So
We're just
we
in there going, oh my god,
Dots.
Rotwell, mash the button, mash
But,
them.
I've pressed the on button. It's not doing anything. I'm not so stupid.
Gun won't go pew pew.
I mean, realistically, could I just like jump out with commanders and jump into their vehicle? I'm obviously we retconned it. Obviously, retconned it, so
We
we
did
don't have to worry about it.
retcon.
But I could do that.
Right, well, first things first, let's get yours working.
Yeah.
So, how are you doing it? Are you going to try and use mechanics to try and... Are you going to try and, like, hack into their computer system on the vehicle to get it started, or are you going to use mechanics to try and do it?
I mean,
Depends who wants to do it.
I would use computers because I could use my slicer gear. Because it's hacking.
I have
It gives me,
mechanics. for
it gives me a
computers.
boost die.
You two go nuts on computers. I'll hotwire it if I have.
Oh, no, it's okay, because when that fails, you can do mechanics.
I'll hotwire it.
Okay, so, who's
do
doing
either.
who's doing the check? Who's doing the computer's check? Decide.
Do you want to do it, Adam?
Okay, I'll do it.
Right.
So
And I actually
if you
forgot about the
use slicer-
slicer gear before.
Yeah,
You should have got
boost.
the boost die from before. So
Yeah, I
it's a
forgot.
computer's check with the boost die for the slicer gear at 4 difficulty.
4! Fuck!
It's harder to do it with computers than it is with mechanics.
Oh, alright. If he doesn't.
Hotwire
I
it.
did it
mean,
anyway.
to be fair,
Oh,
okay, Cooter, you
That's a lot of
using the
threats.
slicer gear, you immediately manage to hack into it and you immediately turn the thing on.
Okay.
But it's loud.
well.
And you are pretty sure that the people outside have probably heard the vehicle being turned on.
Quick, switch off.
Could I jump into the other person's vehicle? Yeah, that's going.
Okay, hang on,
I
hang
mean,
on,
there's some confusion going on right now. I
hang
might
on,
have
hold
some
up,
time.
let me check, fuck, make an athletics check at, like,
Oh, come on!
one difficulty.
Oh, come on! I'm a
One!
fucking Ewok!
One! I mean,
got two
it's not hard, it's not hard, but you're trying to do it in a hurry.
I've got 2 broads. Oh, shit.
Okay, so you don't manage to make the jump, however, you do manage to kind of cling onto the side. You kind of go when you go to jump, but you kind of just step off and kind of fall. like legs kicking the side of the thing. Just like,
Son of a
you manage to clamber up and get in just as the doors open. You have managed to shut off the
okay.
vehicle, and you do manage to get in, but from the driver's hatches, you do see them. You see the 6 crew members kind of like pistols drawn, going, "What the
I mean, I've
fuck's
got to
going
try
on?"
and start this vehicle up, haven't I?
You do, yes. So you're in.
Okay.
How are you going to do it? Computers or mechanics? I mean, computers worked.
It's true. But you did the 5 thing and tell me mechanics is better.
Yes, but that's metagaming.
Oh,
Which is kind of the thing, isn't it?
they kind of like the ball for me. That's the thing.
That's the thing.
The
Well,
ball for the
what would Niku do? Would he use his slicer gear to do computers, or would he use his
Yeah,
toolkit
I
and do
would.
mechanics?
I mean, if the pilot, our top pilot, our ace pilot, didn't find a way to do this, I probably would do computers.
Okay,
Because it's not
so
mechanics.
once again, computers check with a boost die for difficulty.
With boost
And
die
you know
for
what?
difficulty.
Fuck it. Because I feel like it, I am going to
Oh,
use
don't
a
fucking
dark
use a
side
dark.
point
You
to,
piece of shit.
to upgrade the difficulty of the check by 1.
Someone 5?
No. Just in the right side of the thing, whenever difficulty dies,
Yeah.
you should be able to upgrade it by 1. It will change one of the purple
Oh.
to a red.
Fuck.
Oh, sweet. Love it.
Don't think we've had
Thank
it
you.
You're welcome.
No.
Son of a bitch.
Yes. So unfortunately, you fail to turn on the thing, and all of a sudden you hear, you kind of like alarm is going off now. An alarm in this vehicle is now going off.
Right.
Ruined it.
Right, so I guess at this point we turn ours on and start shooting.
Alright.
Yes, can the other vehicle start shooting at them while we figure out what's wrong with this door?
Alright,
I'll
cool.
try mechanics this time when I get a chance.
Okay. Will you?
Mine, lock the doors.
Yeah, just lock doors.
Yeah, just kind of like.
Like alarm's going off. He just leaves over to lock the door.
I have full control.
Well,
If they start running, we can run them down and shoot them.
well, at the
I
moment,
mean,
they're kind of
only one
they're
vehicle.
starting to look towards and head towards the other vehicle.
No, we're gonna shoot them, and then if they try and run away, I'm gonna run into them and
Oh.
then shoot them for a bit.
Run
Okay.
into the alarming vehicle, by the way.
Yes.
Probably.
Yes,
Okay.
they're
Shoot,
moving
shoot,
to.
shoot.
Yes. So
Just
you've
make
got
it
you've got the
sure.
2 guns at the front, and then Cooter's got the 1 turret.
My shit, my rules. Fire!
Alright, open fire. Alright then. Alright, if you're shooting, shoot. So
Wait, are these ships? Can they fly?
no,
No.
they
Hover.
Alright,
they're
okay.
kind of like speeders, like hovercraft. Now just real quick. Silhouette 3. Where's the fucking? Sorry.
Be right back.
I'm looking for a thing about silhouettes. No, that's speed. Where's silhouettes? There it is. Okay. So, because of the size of the vehicle and a person is silhouette 1, for intents and purposes of vehicles firing at it, your shots will be at 3 difficulty.
Damn, why is everything difficulty?
No,
There's nothing setback.
it's no. Setback is for things like environmental hazards and if like something, or if you get it from like a critical injury or something like that. So it's 3 difficulty to shoot them because they are small people. So who's taking the first shot?
I mean, I just thought we were shooting at the same time.
Alright. Alright, so yeah, go ahead. Yep, so Kuta and Azana, make your gunnery checks, please. 3 difficulty.
So it's
And I'll
just-
give you, I tell you what, I'll give you a boost die because they're not expecting the guns to suddenly start shooting at them.
That's a
Yeah, so is
blue
it just...
one.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So is it just in the combat gunnery?
Yes, yeah.
Fuck's sake. Ugh.
Right, so you do get to spend your advantages. However, before you do that, also the front 2 guns come up and fire, and they miss, and the shots go straight out and hit buildings on the other side of like this little plaza that you're in.
Damn. How big
Oh
is
dear.
that?
I know that they're not big guns, but they still cause a bit of damage because they're designed to take out other vehicles. And Kuta, you turn your turret round to try and shoot one. However, because they're however, they see you turning, and as you shoot them, you should duck down out the way, so your shot kind of hits the side of the grain barn, causing quite a big hole in it.
I can
Niku,
imagine.
while this is going on, make mechanics if you want to.
Can we
Yeah.
upgrade his with the advantage?
You're
Well, I
gonna
was gonna say, how creative can I get with advantage? Because I've got 3. Can I make it so I kickstart theirs to work? Say I well, no, I'm not really facing the same way. But if I could hit them and kickstart theirs to work somehow,
Bump start
so
them.
that so that they don't have to make the check. Or is that too ambitious?
That's a bit too ambitious because
With
it's
a bit more advantage? Can I still cooters?
the thing. Can you still what? Sorry?
Can I still cooters? That gives me 4. And then is it good enough?
No, the issue is, this is for shooting your guns.
You shoot us really well and we blow
In
up.
the engine.
I
It
shoot.
kickstarts it and it's good to go. That's what I thought.
If you were doing like a planetary planetary check, I'd probably allow it. With some
Nah.
with you using a light side point, I'd probably allow that. But it's not the right check. So I'm sorry, I can't.
Can I?
You could always spend
Yeah, do
like
advantage.
what I think Kuta's going to do, spend his on, kind of like make Nico over there realise the fucking urgency of getting that shit money.
Yeah, but that's boring. Can I? There's a lot you could do with advantage, and I'm going to take full advantage of it.
No pun intended. Or full pun intended, I don't know which.
Yep.
Full intended.
Full
Can I make it so that, because I hit a load of them in a group, and they're in a group, it makes them scatter and fall to the floor and daze them a bit for a bit?
Hmm.
I mean, they were going to be kind of panicked and be like, oh, what the fuck's going on
Panic
here?
them more, so they fall on the floor and they can't do anything for a bit, or they get like stunned for a bit. Kind of, from like.
Can I have the guy that ducked my shot, ducked a little bit too hard and headbutted the side of the vehicle and knocked himself out?
That. Can I use my
I mean, they're wearing helmets.
They are wearing helmets.
He'd have to hit himself really fucking hard.
I mean, he's getting shot. He'd be in a rush.
Very much a spring in his step.
What I will allow you to do is, if you want, you can spend your 4 advantages between you to make 4 of the 6 panic a bit and not act in the next turn, essentially.
They
So
all hit their heads against.
2 of them can, but 4 of them can't.
Right, so 4 of them ran into each other and clattered heads.
So essentially, as you shot, unfortunately, you pulled the trigger. You pulled the trigger on your front guns, Azana. One just too late and one just too early. So one shot goes directly behind someone and scares the shit out of them, and then one goes directly in front of them, scares the shit out of another, and then Kuta, your turret turned, shoots at one guy who ducks and gets freaked out, and there's a second guy who gets hit by some of the debris from the destroyed wall of the grain silo, which kind of dazes him a little. He's like, wait, what the fuck? So those 4 are in a bit of a panic, a bit of a daze, not going on. The other 2 are like, guys, get up! We've been commandeered, we're under attack!
No, you're not.
Nico,
Do you want me to roll deception?
no, you can't. You know what? If you want to roll deception, you can, but you're doing it at 6 difficulty.
It's just a
Go for
training
it,
program. It's fine. None of you are injured.
Make that 6 plus setback.
Oh shit.
No, yeah, you utterly failed. They go.
Damn.
The rebels have commandeered our vehicles.
Shit, stop them. Oh, I know what I should do.
Alright, what's my mechanics? What do I need to do? What's the dice pool?
Right, so the dice pool will be your mechanics check, plus boost die for your toolkit, and it's going to be 2 difficulty. Because you actually know how vehicles work with mechanics, you're trained in it.
Yeah.
Okay, so you managed to get it on, you managed to get it working. That's it. It seems to be working.
Oh, okay. Alright.
Put them over.
Alright, Gunner 2, Talon, your turret is now working.
Yay! Can I pew pew people?
You can. I will just say the 2 people who are not dazed are now running back out the door and trying to dart away.
Don't worry.
Can I try and shoot? What?
Well,
You don't want me to shoot them then?
No, shoot them and then I'll run them over.
Alright, I'll try and shoot them.
Alright.
What's difficulty then?
3 difficulty.
Ooh, 3.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, unfortunately you miss as well and it hits another building.
Fine. Shorter and short.
You know what? Sorry, 2 seconds. Hey Talon, 50 and below, 51 and up.
No.
Up.
Up. So as your shot hits the building, as the shot's going towards it, you notice someone walking towards that, and as the shot goes in front of them and hits the building, the kind of blast hits them and they get sent flying. They did not look like an Imperial soldier.
What the fuck are they doing there?
It's fine. It's fine. I'm sure they were like an informant or something.
Well, if they're dumb enough to walk in the direction of gunfire, then
You know what? Just for shits and giggles, do it again. 50 and below, 51 and up.
Oh.
Up again.
Always up, dude. Always up.
Okay.
Always up.
I will make note of that result.
Why are you making a note of it? You said for shits and giggles. Now you're making a note.
It's shits and giggles
For
because
shits and giggles, guys, but this is fucking serious.
This will have
serious
serious
now.
consequences in the future.
well, not really. Essentially, it was just to see whether the person who you killed was actually an informant or not.
Do we get
Oh, he's dead.
penalized
It was
Killing
to see. It was
civilian?
I mean, depends if someone knows about it. I guess.
Sufficient
Right. We gotta wipe this whole village off the map.
I mean,
no,
no.
no.
The Empire shot and killed a civilian. We
Was
then
that
took the
question?
tanks to stop them doing it further.
There you go. Story started.
Right.
Civilian.
I should just point out, you guys now hear over the radio. We've heard some explosions coming from your side of the village. What's going on?
Kill it, take the radio.
I mean, there's radios in the vehicles. Kind of like built-in ones. Unfortunately, you can't just throw it to someone.
Radio.
Whipped out.
Yeah.
And you
Um,
see you see one of the guys bring a comlink up.
Ooh, quick, shoot.
I was got before he replies, go
Rebels have taken over radios.
Wait, has Roller not had a guy to
radios.
shoot?
No idea who's talking on radios at the moment. Over.
Wait, what's that? Sorry?
Rebels are on the line. Don't know who is Imperial. Over. And then go click.
Rebels are on the line. Don't know who's Imperial. Over.
Yeah.
Okay. Make a deception check at like 3 difficulty. I mean, I'm sorry, but it's gonna be pretty difficult to trick these guys.
Deception.
I mean, it's not a
I
lie.
don't know who's in there.
What is your deception like? Cooter. Oh shit, it's Max.
Oh dear. Yeah. After you say that, you hear over the radio from one of the guys out there. Rebels have seized our vehicles. Vehicles are hostile. Repeat, vehicles are hostile. Huh?
Alright, we need to kill that fucking guy. Fuck that guy.
Wait. wait. On the radio, I go, Rebels are not seized the vehicles. Rebels are trying to get in the vehicles. Vehicles are not hostile. Not hostile.
Make another deception check at 3 difficulty with a setback die.
Let's use the light side point for this because this is so worth
Yes.
it.
Okay, let's
Fine.
use light side then.
So you want to use a light side to increase.
Make them believe us.
That's
Well, light side can be used for things like that.
It's a bit of a stretch.
Ah,
It's a bit of a stretch.
Can we make a light side point so the guy that was put in charge of the comms on the other side of the enemy didn't know what he was doing as a new person, so doesn't have faces, and therefore was confused by said.
I mean, they can't see any faces anyway. It's
It's
radio.
funny.
Is that they don't know people's voices and therefore confused. So all I'm doing is switching out a person. You know.
If you want to do that, I'll allow it, but it's not going to be an automatic thing. What I'll allow it to do is it adds a boost die and upgrades your check once.
Oh.
Okay.
So it's a deception check
Wait.
with 1 boost die, 1 upgrade, 3 difficulty, 1 setback.
Oh.
Which one's set back?
The black one.
Right. Let me check some, see if I can.
Wait, how do you upgrade a yellow?
You don't.
You don't. So that's
You
just
don't.
for us.
But no, what will happen is if you let's say that all the dice in your pool are automatically yellow anyway.
Yeah.
By upgrading the check, you just add another green to it.
Oh, okay.
So you get another dice that'll be green. That'll be it.
Gotcha.
Okay. So right. So are we all in agreement to use the light side?
Yeah.
Yes.
Light side is used.
I feel the darkness powering me.
Deception. Alright, so 3 difficulty.
3
Yeah, one
difficulty
set.
with a setback.
And an upgrade on the light side.
Yeah, so 1 blue, 1 upgrade, 1 black, 3 purple.
Yes.
Deception.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I
I
mean,
never know what's good with these fucking dice.
Right, so he
All
goes.
success is good with free threats. I don't know.
Well, do you need reinforcements at least?
Yes. There are 8 of them.
How the hell did they get there? How did they get past the patrols?
I don't know. All patrols are by the ambush.
Is this helping us?
Right.
I don't know.
By the way, at this
Computer
point,
seems with us
at-
at this point.
by the way, guys, at this point, the other 4 have regained their composure and have now also running out alongside
Oh,
the other
let
2.
me wait.
Can we have another shot at these guys yet?
Can I
Rolo
roll
hasn't had his action yet.
Yeah, Rollo hasn't even shot yet either.
Let me roll a shoot.
Shoot or run over?
The problem with Rolo
Keep
is that there's no one directly in front of him, which is where his guns face.
Oh.
Whereas,
Run them over.
Run over.
Run them over then.
Well, I guess I'm.
Oh, block the door.
I mean, they've already
no,
gone out. They've
no.
already gone out.
Oh, there
I
we
mean,
go.
people on comms don't know you're running people over yet, so run them over.
Remember to
Right.
flee! We're in pursuit! Bang, 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 bang.
I'm gonna try and run them over then.
Alright. So you're gonna try and run him
You
over.
don't have a clear shot
Yes.
of them. Fuck it, run them over.
Make
Stop
a
them.
make a piloting planetary check to get out the door and start to run people over.
Any difficulty?
Difficulty, ooh,
Depends how big doors are, really, compared to the
it's
two
a
ships.
reasonable size. Difficulty 3.
Oh, really?
2 for actual getting out the door, and then there'd be additional 1 for actually running over a small target.
Oh, okay.
Right. So you do manage to hit someone and send them flying into the side of a building. However, the others did get out of the way, so you only got one of them.
Is he dead?
I mean,
Can
he went thud against the side of a building, so I know.
Can I pop out commanders? Yeah.
What are you gonna do? Pop out and take a shot?
Of course, if I can. If it's my
Yeah,
turn
go
yet,
ahead,
sort
go
of thing.
ahead. So the guys who've moved out of the way, when you pop out, there's like 3 people, like 2 people to the left side of the vehicle, 1 to the right. The 2 others who ran out earlier are further on ahead. The 2 further away would be at this point at short range. Whereas the ones right next to you would technically be engaged, but you wouldn't suffer the penalties. So it'd be 1 difficulty dice either way, no matter who you shoot.
I want
Oh,
to shoot
okay.
the ones that are further away.
Now, for the
Since we're
vehicles,
running away.
it's different because it's different difficulty dice based on planetary skill, like vehicle shooting at people, than it is person shooting at person. So if you're shooting at the people further away, it's 3 difficulty. Because distance doesn't matter in space. Well, you know what I mean. Like distance doesn't matter when it's vehicle versus vehicle. The only thing it matters for is to see whether your weapons are in range.
I'd say probably shoot the guys, make it easy shot on you, and then have the vehicles concentrate fire on the other guys.
Yeah, okay.
Right. Azana, what are you doing with your vehicle? Are you pulling out as well?
Yeah, I'm seeing what I can do.
So I'm just on 1 difficulty.
Yeah, for your shot with your pistol, I think it is.
Yeah, blast pistol.
So what difficulty is to run people over?
3.
3. I kind of.
Ooh.
Thing is, I can increase the speed of a ship.
Okay, hold up,
Oh,
sorry. Let me
okay.
just
Vehicle.
grab these guys. I need their stats. Oh wow, these guys actually have a lot of wounds. Shit. Alright. Right, so I'm just going to drag onto this map. And so they're the 2 who are further away. And these will be the 3 who are by your vehicle. The 2 on the left of it and the 1 on the right. So which one were you shooting?
The ones that are further away?
So one of those
Oh,
2.
close range. Yeah.
So that's 7. Okay. Yep, you clip him. He seems a little hurt, but not too much. He's still going.
Damn.
What do you want to do with your advantage?
That's what I was trying to look up. I
so
think what page that's on.
hang
I
on.
think I found it actually.
Have you found it?
Yes.
Yeah.
Um.
Yeah. So yeah. Sorry, Daniel. I'm just letting him do this first because
yeah.
he might be able to boost you.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah.
All right. So
I'll add
Azana,
a
since
boost
you're
die.
the one going next
Mm.
with the running over thing, who are you targeting in particular?
Are they in a line
Mhm.
at all?
The ones
So if I
next
could
to
hit-
his vehicle, next to the other vehicle, do kind of look like they're in a line. They look like they're close enough to be for like the two on the left side of it to be hit.
What about the
together.
two that are far away? Could I
They're
hit
a
those?
bit far away.
If I increase the vehicle speed by 1, would I then be able to hit them both?
Kind of like use your like pilot maneuver to like speed it up.
Well, I have a thing called full throttle. The thing that adds 3 more difficulty.
Oh,
Three
so
more.
yeah.
Jesus.
Well, it says I just have to make a hard piloting check.
which is 3 difficulty, yeah.
Yeah, but I don't know if it adds on top of me trying to do that thing already, or whether it's like 2 different rolls. I don't know.
It's a specific maneuver that you have to roll for to do it, which would use it up. So if you failed it, then you wouldn't be able to change your speed. But if you succeed, then yes, you could go full throttle and slam into those two at the front.
Could I still run into 2 people if I failed?
Yes,
'Cause
you
I'd still be driving at the same speed.
yes, you would still be able to swerve it just in time to hit the two on the left side of their vehicle.
Cool. I will do that, and
Cool.
I'll do full throttle first, which is. Do I get the boost on this one?
Yes, you do.
Cool. That's the blue one.
Yeah, because it's just the next check that you do.
It's
Yes, you succeed. You manage to. Does it? You take strain, don't you, on the vehicle? Technically.
no. I just have to make that check. And no strain on the vehicle.
How
I mean,
much?
it doesn't say in the skill. I take strain, so
Doesn't it? Is it? Is it a skill that you use? Oh, okay.
it's a skill I have called full throttle, where I take full throttle action, make hard piloting check, and increase the vehicle speed by 1 for a number of rounds equal to my cunning. So that's 2,
Sorry.
which is a pilot thing I can do.
Top speed by 1 for number of rounds equal to. Right, so it's a full throttle action, which is something you do in a vehicle. Okay. Right, let me just. Sorry, I'm not the best with
I mean, if
vehicle
this-
combat. I'm not. It is full. So let me find this damn thing. Where the fuck is it? I have no fucking clue. I don't know, just for the sake of brevity, I'm not gonna do anything with that because I can't find it at the moment, so that's fine. So yeah, you managed to speed up and run towards those two. So make same check without the boost die this time.
Okay.
I'm amazed how many dice always seem to come up blank with it's like Jesus.
That.
Okay, so once again, you do manage to hit one, and he does go flying. However, the other one does manage to get out of the way and is now next to your vehicle.
Can I open the door? Can I open hit him with the door and shoot him?
No, because you've done too much in your turn.
Yeah,
So,
that's a lot in like how many seconds it is.
I didn't know whether I could take strain to do that like extra action thing, or is it too much?
it's too much, unfortunately.
Okay, I'll do it next time.
Right, so gunners. I'll start with Talon.
I shoot one of the guys next to us.
Cool. Which side?
I think is there still one on the right side? I think.
There's one on the right, 2 on the left.
I shoot the one on the right.
All right, so once again.
Oh wait, what side are they on? Will he be able to shoot the ones on the left?
Who?
I think I can only shoot forwards.
He can only shoot.
No, I mean
forwards.
the other tank. The other tank.
They've gone flying on ahead.
Oh yeah, they just run him over, didn't they?
Yeah,
I'll just shoot the one
they
on
just
the right.
ran over one of the other guys. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll just shoot the one on the right then.
Yeah. So your vehicle's there and your vehicle's about there. Yep. So like I said, 3 difficulty.
Oh god.
Unfortunately, you miss, and once again hit a building off into fucking distance. And you know what? Just because I did it before, do it again. 50 and below, 51 and up.
50 up.
Up. Yeah.
Another bystander goes flying.
Yes. Well, not exactly. You hit a building behind. You missed the guy. Hit a building in the distance, and you see what appears to now be a body slumped over what seems to be remnants of a table inside that building.
Civilian casualty 2. We should start keeping tallies.
Yes.
Yeah.
And
No, I'd rather we didn't.
and just for
I
fun,
didn't see
just
shit.
for fun again, Talon.
Is a group tally or
I-
like an individual tally?
You know, yeah, I'm gonna do it with Talon
No,
again.
no two
just
individual tallies.
Because
Imperials
Talon was
did
the Talon was the one who shot 50 and below, 51 and up. Let's see if they were an informant.
Up.
Up.
Yeah.
Okay.
Hell yeah, man.
Okay.
I mean, that one was clearly an informant, guys.
Yeah. Everyone's an informant around here.
Yeah. It's fine.
It's too
I
many.
mean, again, if they're not running away from the gunfire, there must be
You
something
do
wrong
see
with
with
Yeah.
this one that near the body now there does seem to be a little kid crying.
They're also an informant.
So yeah, you're pretty sure that one at least was an innocent person.
Bit. It's the Imperial guns.
Are you implying Imperials can't be parents?
No. No, I mean
He's right. The kid could
2019
also be an Imperial.
no. I am
What if they're
implying.
just sympathizers?
I'm implying that this was
As long as we don't ask questions,
I'm
always assume that they're bad people.
I'm implying that this was a mother who was perhaps making dinner for her kid and
Hmm.
her family. And
Clearly.
after-
Returning from an informing to the rebels.
Yeah.
To the rebels. On the rebels.
And if it wasn't that, Imperial guns that is the ones that killed her.
Yeah.
Not the rebels.
Are there Imperial uniforms in this tank?
I would like to point out.
Would I be able to put one on before I
I'm-
leave?
No, there's not.
You can't
I
see
would.
you anyway, dude. It's fine.
Yes.
No, I mean, but I've got to
Yes.
leave eventually.
Yes, Niku.
Yeah, but you'd be
Yes.
far away anyway.
Yes, Niku, that's absolutely right. They can't see him in the tank, but they can see you popping out the hatch in that very vehicle. Who's
Oh,
clearly
quick,
not an
just like-
Imperial.
Stamp an Empire symbol on him.
Yeah.
What, just like,
Empire has
I like
employed.
what, just like
attack
brand it on him?
Yeah.
I'll totally love that.
Right, and now Kuta with his shots.
Let's have a pot shot.
Is it to the one guy next to you?
Yeah.
Again,
Oh.
3 difficulty.
Very good. That.
Every time you miss, you are hitting a bucket. You hit a building. 50 and below, 51 and up. I started it. I may as well continue.
I mean, every single shot's
I
gonna
mean, the
hit.
right next to us. I'm aiming down. It's going to hit floor.
True.
What's the point?
Yeah, you know what? Yeah, that's. But, I mean, to be fair, the turrets can't come down too much, so there will be a bit of an angle on them to hit them. So we kind of like aiming for their head and just kind of missing. But yeah, I'll accept that this time. This time. Just because I don't want too much fucking collateral damage. Where you kill innocent civilians. Yes, we're the rebels. We're here to help you. You killed her. Collateral.
No, I didn't.
We never claimed to be rebels, guys.
Oh,
Are there tannoys on this thing?
wait, what? Sorry.
Tannoys. Gonna make sure everyone knows that we're the Empire.
I don't know. Right, so yeah, unfortunately you missed as well. Rolo, you're the last one to go, really.
Can I swing the vehicle round and make a shot?
Yeah, we'll make a piloting planetary check to swing the vehicle around, because you might actually hit them as well as you're kind of swinging the vehicle round.
What difficulty?
Just 2 this time, because you're not like trying to drive forward out of a thing. You're actually just trying to turn a vehicle. It's not the hardest thing to do. Oh yeah, easily. You managed to turn one guy. You hear him go as he seems to get caught underneath the vehicle
Ugh. Very nice.
and kind of crushed. So
Was that the one on the left side?
that was
Okay.
one of the ones on the left. So well, I'm assuming you were turning left.
Yeah.
Right. Yep. So you're facing left towards the one guy there who's managed to get out of the way, but now he's now watching the guns trained on him.
Can I fire?
Yep. 3 difficulty again.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. So, I mean, actually, now I know why I was saying you were hitting the building, Adam, because of your disadvantages. I knew there was a reason why I was thinking he's gonna hit something that might kill civilian. It was because of the disadvantages. So in this case, with his roll, he missed the shot, but he did just kind of hit the ground. He didn't hit a building or person. So. But yeah, unfortunately, he missed the guy. Right. So with everything that's going on, you once again hear over the radio, there are more explosions. What the fuck is going on over there?
They've got some really big guns.
What they do or we do?
Both. We have to fire back. Where's the reinforcements already?
We were under the impression that all the rebels were coming on speeders into the village, surely. We didn't think any of them
Well,
were going to be
obviously
here.
not.
This must be a fresh set. Look, we're trying to divert people over there. Just try not to let them into the vehicles.
Kuda, could you like try and get them to, I don't know, like evacuate the civilian population or something?
Do you think the Empire are going to give a shit about the civilian population? Is a better question.
Probably not, no.
If they just took over this building with civilians still around, yeah, they don't give a shit.
Yeah, and they haven't emptied out the market for their ambush too. Like,
Oh, yes.
Right. So yeah, I mean, the 3 remaining guys are just gonna kind of just scatter and run off, trying to find whatever cover they can. Unfortunately, there doesn't seem to be much of it, really. So they're just kind of running now, yeah. So I don't know. We'll go, just because this is the natural combat that I expected to happen, we'll just go with you guys going in whatever order you guys want to go in. So whoever wants to go first can go first.
I still have the excelled movement speed because I get it for 2 rounds. So can I still hit 2 of them?
I mean, there's 3 left, and they're all
I
split
like.
up now.
Oh, they all split up.
Yeah.
So I can't
Yeah,
like
they all
reach
spread
one
out.
and.
Yeah,
Can
essentially,
do a handbrake turn and then go for the another one.
one's
Yeah,
gone there,
can I
one's
hit
gone
one?
there, one's gone there, essentially, kind of like in those kind of directions.
Fucking handbrake.
They do a handbrake turn, swing your back end out, slamming into the wall, and then accelerate off into the other one.
Yeah, she won't be able to do that, unfortunately.
Oh, why not?
Holy shit.
Because these things are not designed to do handbrake turns and accelerate.
Really? You sure? An experienced pilot can't do that? They
I mean, I think we're
fucking
forgetting
drift.
that, like, tanks. They're not fucking
You know what?
supercars.
If she wants to do that, she can try. But it's going to be a difficult thing to do. But since she's just gone off, does someone else want to puff a shot first?
Yeah.
I mean, I was hoping the drivers would win him over because I don't want to kill anyone else, I'll be honest.
Oh, really? Oh, I'm fucking all down for it.
I mean, Empires, I'm fine with killing. But I'm
Yeah,
killing loads of civilians.
Why don't we let Nicky shoot since he didn't have the really big vehicle gun?
Yeah.
Yeah.
By the way,
So which ones are not in her path?
well, there's
I'll
one
go
that's
for
going to
those
run
ones.
off there. There's like basically one guy who is now in front of you, and one guy who's
Okay.
behind you.
Oh,
Both
for
within
one
short
behind.
range.
Because I assume their vehicle's ahead of us right now because of the excelled.
But keep in mind that Rolo has turned the vehicle.
Yeah, we're facing this way.
Yeah,
Uh,
yeah.
Wait, which way, sorry?
You guys are now facing towards that guy over there.
Oh. Oh, so, okay.
Yeah, so there's one in front of you as the vehicle facing, and one behind you. Right.
Oh, okay. I'll go for the one in front. Actually, yeah.
Also, just very good. A very quick description of the one who was hit first by Talon. They do seem to have a scar kind of like down like across like their left eye, like down their cheek as well.
Only informers would have scars.
It's kind of the only thing you can kind of make out because they're a bit of a mess at the moment, but that's something that you make out.
Across
Informer.
the helmet.
Who's clear an informer?
Sorry?
Because we're all wearing the same uniform, right?
No.
Yeah.
This is the random person who was hit by the explosion from Talon's first shot. Not the
sorry.
person in the building.
Gotcha.
The informer.
Yes.
Well, I mean, they were both informers.
Dodgy. That person's dodgy.
Definitely.
They're not.
I mean,
normal
only
civilian.
informers would have scars.
Yes. They're into some dodgy shit.
You're going to love the leader of this cell then.
It's got scars. Show for going informer!
Right, so who
Yeah, I'll
you
go
shoot-
for this guy then. That guy, the one in front.
The one in front. Alright, make your shot.
Okay.
One difficulty.
One difficulty.
Mhm.
Okay.
Alright,
Ooh.
so
Ooh,
yes.
2 advantage. Nice.
Okay, yep, you hit him. He takes a hit, but he's still soldiering on, so to speak. What do you want to spend the 2 advantage on?
Can I spend them separately, or do we have to do both at the same time?
You've got to do them now, otherwise you'll lose them. But you can do them on separate things. Yeah,
Because
what-
it's
on
there's
what
one
you
way you
can
could just like, oh, next allied. Yeah, I'll just do next allied. Yeah, they just get boost die.
to the next allied. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
I mean, it's kind of the same thing, really.
Can I fire at the person you just fired at?
All right, cool. So you get the boost die.
Okay. 3 difficulty,
3 difficulty, yeah.
planetary.
Oh, yeah. This guy's just dead. He is vaporized from that shot.
3 advantage. Though.
Yeah, we'll put it
Nice.
this way: these weapons on the vehicle do 4 damage, planetary, which turns into 40 personal. So this guy just gets vaporized immediately. And I would like to point out that technically that goes from 4 to 5 to 6 to 60 minus whatever his soak is, which is like 3 or something. So yeah, he's dead. He's absolutely dead. What do you want to do with the
3
advantages?
advantage, yeah.
How many? 3.
Yeah, you can do a lot of shit.
Mhm.
Can I add a boost to the next allied character
Okay.
and add a boost to the next allied character?
Do you mean the same thing, or?
No, they're 2 different things.
Because one's any, so you have to specify. But and then because there's one that's next, which costs 1, which is just whoever goes next. And then there is whoever does a check next. Sorry. And then
it's
there's
just
one which is you
120.
specify who it does.
I'll give Kuta
Boost.
2 boosts.
Oh,
Or if he goes next. That is.
So Kuta gets a boost, and then whoever goes next gets a boost. So who wants to go
Yeah.
next? The guy in front of their vehicle has been vaporized. There's
And
one
guns kind of need the boosts.
Yeah. There's one in front of Azana's vehicle, and then one behind their vehicle.
Do I want to use both boosts to get the guy behind us, and then Azana can run the guy in front of us over?
Hit him with the door and shoot him.
Um,
I should just turn the vehicle a bit.
what you
Whack
mean?
him with the door.
What you mean? Do like a drive-by with the door? Kind of like you open the door, hit him,
Well, no.
hit him with it, and shoot him out.
Park up next to him. Park up next to him. Whack him with the door. And then shoot him. Do like a skid park.
Is that what you want to do with your turn?
Can I?
You can, but you need to do a check to do a successful skid.
No. I mean, I want to skid, but like hit him with the door, shoot him. Can I keep skidding so I run over him eventually, or is that too much?
What's the point of opening the door then?
So you mean,
Overkill.
so what you mean kind of knock him, so you want to skid, hit him with the door, knock him out, and then drive back over him?
Well, if I hit him with the door and shot him, and he didn't die, could I then run him over afterwards because he's right next to it?
How about? How about
Like
you
to a
run him out-
donut or something?
Hold up, I know what you're saying.
Hang about. Just a quick thing of how about you knock him over so it ends up underneath the vehicle, then very quickly turn the engine off so the vehicle drops. And essentially you iron him.
I mean, to be fair, the vehicle doesn't come too far off the ground anyway, so you're kind of doing that anyway.
Okay.
It's not hovering off the ground too much, really.
No. Just confirming, I could run him over after I've like shot him and he didn't die.
Or you could just run him over anyway.
No, but I don't get to hit him with a door and shoot him. No, do I?
Holy shit!
I'm gonna run him over anyway. I might as well try something else before I run him over.
Okay, right. So I want you to make a piloting planetary check at difficulty 4. Because this is
Right.
a hard maneuver to pull off, because it's not just the skid, it's the opening the door, hitting him, and then
Oh,
doing
no,
the
no, no,
skid
no, no.
and shooting
I
him.
kind of thought that was a bit too much. But if I could
Okay.
do that, perfect.
I mean, it's 4 difficulty if you want to do it.
Or can I stop? Because he's like right next to it. You said. So all I have to do is turn the
Well, no,
vehicle.
he's run off in front now. He's running off down the street.
Oh, you said he was next to us. I thought he'd like.
No,
Okay.
he's not too far away from you, but he has moved on now.
So I still have to drive it. Okay.
You do.
Okay, I want to run over him first. Then.
Okay, run over him first.
Yeah.
Right.
Alright,
What? Right. So I got sidetracked because there's still 2 boost dice on the.
Yeah.
well, there's one
I was
for
like,
you, Cooter, in
ooh, I get the
particular.
boost dice from it.
No, one of the boost die was specifically Cooter's, but you do get the other
Okay.
one. Yeah. So yes, you can do that. It would be piloting planetary at 3 difficulty, but you will get the boost die if you wanted to try and win this guy over. Or
Add an
just-
extra difficulty to hit him with the door.
Are you trying to run him over, hit him with a door, make your mind up?
I don't know.
Just run him over.
It's 2 very different things. One will kill him, one might just knock him out.
Well, hit him with the door and then shoot him. You know.
Yeah,
That would work like
execution
that.
style. Make sure he's dead.
Right, so
I'll
I
run him over. I'll
run him over. Okay,
you
3
want the boost
difficulty. Piloting planetary, 3 difficulty with a boost die.
I think it's already like that.
Fully.
You guys are fucking cold. Damn, cold stone.
They're Imperials. Fuck them.
They had a family.
Fuck them.
Okay, so you do manage to run him over. Well, you say run him over. You kind of send him flying down the thing. He looks pretty dead. From the hits.
Pretty dead?
Um,
Is he actually dead though?
I mean, he's kind of collapsed into a heap, so he looks pretty dead.
Might be alive,
He's
but
not moving.
Anyway, he's
Not
not getting
responsive.
up anytime soon. And didn't seem like it.
However, from that hit, you're having a bit of trouble controlling the
Fine.
vehicle, so you just kind of keep him going. You can't stop and turn around. It doesn't seem like he's
Can I use
damaged.
an extra
he's-
action to stop and turn around?
I mean, you
Well, because
actually
I've used my movement, I haven't used my action.
it's to drive the thing. That's the thing.
Door move, turn around.
Right, make another piloting planetary. Do it at 2 difficulty with a setback.
We're meant to be getting.
Oh,
out
I
of
get
here,
rid of that
right?
step back.
Okay,
Ooh,
get
it
rid of
has a-
setback. That's fine. Yeah,
Has a use.
just to
Fucking
regain
out of
control
here,
of the
right?
vehicle.
I think we were supposed to kill these so the Empire didn't find out about this.
Yeah.
I think that's
Okay,
gone
yeah,
completely
yeah,
out the window
Yeah,
now.
yeah. You quite you've
Out the
in
window
the
when the
short time
ship's
you've
full.
been in here, you've managed to get the hang of this. You managed to regain control easily enough.
Cool. To
But
be
that-
fair, they still take with the good guys. The Empire.
Right. So
Depends who you ask.
Cooter's left.
Yeah, can I
And
steal
me.
Danny's advantage and get the another boost die?
Ooh. So you get 2.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I have my
Yeah.
advantage.
Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead. So it's 3 difficulty still, but you get I just said you get 2 boost dice. So
Hooray! Phew.
Oh, nice.
Kind of like he's kind of like looking over there. He hears a shot, looks over just in time to see the shot hit him square on, and all of a sudden there's just a red cloud where he used to be.
Mike, you need to get out to our vehicle, by the way. We're in this
I'm
one.
in your vehicle. What do you mean?
You're not.
On the map.
There we go.
I thought it was just using like the
Just
one
gonna remove
type,
Fel for now.
so we knew where vehicle was.
All right. So you guys are a bit further down, but yeah, you guys have now dealt with those guys. Kinda like, and
Oh, shit, we killed
you
them all.
now hear over the radio, status report. What's going on?
We've taken down 3 of them. There's still 5 left. Where's that reinforcements?
Horsemans. They've been pulled back. They're about to enter the rebels that we were aware of are about to enter the village. You sound like you're doing fine.
You sound like you're doing fine.
You ain't doing fine.
We're about to corner and kill the leader of the rebel cell. That is slightly more important than the few rebel insurgents who happen to be over there.
Should probably get to the
It's fine, we're going.
village centre soon.
Fine, I'll deal with it. Jack, watch out! And now you cut off the radio.
Good shit, man.
Alrighty then.
Cool, let's rock up.
Congratulations, guys. You got a little victory over them, I guess. Fucking Jesus Christ. Just out of interest, what weapons do they have? I am honestly imagining now Rolo running out and going, gun, 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 gun.
No, we're on the run, aren't we? We're fucking going.
No, we need to get back to the ambush
Oh.
point. And
They just have
Yeah,
blast
we need to go.
pistols.
No, they don't. They've got
I thought it was the crew.
they've got something a bit larger than a blaster pistol.
Well, you said they had pistols earlier.
Just a
We can come check later.
That was
Keep firing, Roller.
yeah. I actually just checked then, and that was my mistake. They've got blaster carbines.
Carbines?
What are they?
I don't
they good?
know. I want to know.
They're basically blaster rifles in terms of power and crit. They're slightly lighter, but they have a lower range.
Ah,
Oh, don't want it.
could be
they look
worth
a little bit like
little.
a E11.
Like what, sorry?
Said a little bit like an E11, but a DC 15S. Or an E3.
Those mean nothing to most people.
Yep.
Nah, it's fine. Alright, so are you just leaving the guns there and driving off in your vehicles?
Oh, that really hurts, but yeah.
Well, you can
I
try and
guess you could probably save this rebel or whatever.
He better be worth these guns. Ah.
Yeah.
Alright, so you guys rock back up. I'm just going to real quick. Pull out these and put them on the map. I'm going to the one at the front is going to be controlled by Azana, and the one at the back is going to be controlled by Rolo. So you guys should now be able to move those.
They're actually smart out. They look a little bit like Crab Claw.
They do, yeah, they do. Right, so I'm just putting you on this because you're about to get here. So, so you guys are on the way back, and you do hear over the radio, target is about to reach center. All forces there, hide.
It's kind of hard to hide a tank. I'm just saying.
No, they're talking to the people who are at the ambush point.
But we're at the ambush point now, aren't we?
Not yet.
Technically, you're not yet. I just put you on the map because it's just a bit easier that way. So, because you guys are going to be coming in from this direction.
Right.
Considering we want to burst out the Empire when they've triggered their ambush, so then the rebels don't start shooting at the vehicles.
Yeah, oh yeah.
So, trigger the ambush, we come bursting in and we start fighting the Empire. And then the rebels going, "Heh." And they go,
There's an ambush of their ambush.
"Yeah,
I
double
like
bush.
it.
We're double bushing them."
Okay.
You see many civilians around? Have they run off yet?
You do see on your way down. You do see a bunch of what seem like civilians kind of running from that area.
Oh, cool.
You would guess they've just been scared off by the Imperials.
Nice.
Okay. So, as you start approaching the area, you then hear over the radio. Well, target is confirmed with them. Open fire. And then you hear all the shots going off. So you get to, and I'm pretty sure I've actually got some for the rebels as well that I can use. Kind of.
Oh yeah, obviously I went back in. If nothing, I was fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So you see, when you get there, some Imperials are like behind boxes in cover on rooftops and such, and you see two rebel speeders taking a battering, with some rebels kind of like hiding behind them, trying to take as much cover as they can. At which point,
Cavalry arrives.
Mm.
Yeah.
Is that working?
On stone horses.
It is, right, so... Right, at this point, I would like everyone to roll me initiative, please.
Which one is it?
It is... Remember to do the right one. It's going to be... because you're in a hurry, it's going to be vigilance.
Oh, I'm better than that.
It's the same for me.
Not that it helped.
Right, so...
Wait, did I add? I don't think.
Oh,
I meant
I-
that.
What do I do?
Just take the 2 green ones, which is nothing.
Oh yeah, I had a different one. Was I supposed to go
Yeah,
with
that was meant to
Forgot
go
about
in.
that.
Yeah, right, hang on, sorry, so let me figure this
That's
out.
my
So,
bad.
hang on. So, Talon actually got... Two and 2.
Yeah.
Niku actually got 1 and 2. Kuto didn't make any difference for you. Azana is that. And Rolo did accidentally roll boost die, but it made no difference in his case
Yeah.
either. So I now need to. So I grab all these guys. So there's this guy. I like his name. Minion. This guy.
Who the fuck's Romar Kek?
What?
Where are you seeing Romar Kek?
Written, he just rolled. Well, after that one. Well, before that one. Sorry.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay.
I'm guessing he's the rebel leader.
Oh shit! Damn. Got fucking tune vigilance. Jesus.
Fuck, I wish I could fucking signify right. Hang on. Sorry, I'm just gonna open a quick notepad because I need to make a note of which ones the rebels are. So, allied NPCs is so 1 and 2 and 2 and 0. Okay. 1, 2, 2, 0. Non-allied NPCs. Let's do them now. So we've got Stormtroopers. Holy! Oh fuck! I've been doing difficulty this entire time. I've been doing it as well.
Nah,
Yes,
you're an idiot.
I made a boo boo as well. But
It's just
actually, I
easy
mean,
to forget about.
yeah, that means it's actually 1-6. That means the Alliance infantry guy is actually a 3-1.
Shit.
Alliance infantry is.
Someone's got 1-6. What?
Yeah. That was what I rolled for the Stormtroopers. That's non-allied.
Ah, gotcha.
1-6, and then the other one is the Army Trooper. Take off the difficulty this time. 4. Jesus.
Jesus.
4-0.
Fucking
Right.
maximum roll.
So
that's
at
some
this point,
bullshit.
technically they don't know that you are hostile.
Okay.
So PC always goes first. You go there. PC. And that's that. Alright, so it is hostile NPC. So the army troopers, I'm going to have 2 pairs at either side firing tandem. So these 2 are going to shoot at that dude. This is going to be medium range, and the rebel is taking cover, which is going to add a. I believe it's. I need to get more familiar with fucking how fucking cover works. It's the one thing I'm
Put
really
it
not sure
between
of.
you and them so they don't shoot you.
Actually, that's the point, because he is. Yeah, he wouldn't get cover from these 2 shooting. They're also,
God damn it, Adam.
actually, yeah, to Ben, they're also both higher up than he is, so yeah, so that's fine. So 2 difficulty, because it's medium range. Blaster rifle, go. Alright, so they missed, and they're going to give a boost die to the next allied shots, which are now coming. And those 2 are going to shoot at that dude there. So that's 2 difficulty again, with 1 boost. Oh dear!
Oh well.
Fucking hell, 5 advantage.
That's a lot, yeah. So
No success though.
So yes, it's defense from cover, so it would have been a setback die. So I'm going to negate that guy's defensive cover, and I'm going to give the stormtroopers, the next stormtrooper, I'm going to do them separately, a boost die. Alright, so allied NPCs. So this guy's going to fire on his own, these 2 are going to fire separately. So this guy is going to return fire at that army trooper there, and he has. It will be 2 difficulty for him with a setback die because the guys are like in cover, like on the roofs. He also has a blaster rifle, and he will get dead nothing, so his shot just misses. These 2 are going to attempt to fire at that guy up there. Again, medium distance, in cover. They actually hit him. So, 10. Oh, I should have upgraded. Whoops. Oh, I have to do it. Yeah, so they actually managed to get a headshot on this guy and take him out. PC slot, who wants to go first?
Follow them on the pilots.
Yeah.
Preferably the one in front.
Yeah.
Okay. Thanks, guys. Anyone look like a commander at all? Like the guy?
No, you can't see a commander.
Okay.
It just looks like a couple of stormtroopers up there with some regular troopers on roofs.
Can't do anything about the people on the roofs. I can, however, Hit us on
Demolish the house. Right through it.
Yeah, because that's gone well so far. Demolishing
I mean,
the
they've
house.
kind of put themselves in some really weird places. So if I kind of just drove like over here, let's say, whatever this is.
It's like a campfire with like a pot in there. Yeah.
Is it lit?
It does seem still lit, yeah.
If I drove over it, would that unlight it, or would that set the vehicle on fire?
I mean,
It wouldn't.
it wouldn't set the vehicle on fire. You might put it out.
Okay, as long as it doesn't set the vehicle on fire. Because could I just like go in front of this guy
Essentially,
and just
how
block
your
his line
vehicle's
of
going
sight?
to work at this point in terms of movement is that you can, because vehicle movement works a bit differently. You can basically move wherever you want. In this, you can move any distance in this map because it's relatively small compared to how fast your vehicle can go. So you can literally just go like over there or over there. You can do whatever you want.
Okay. I've got this guy's line of sight completely. Because, you know, there's nowhere else for him to go.
Don't worry, we're going to protect you.
And then you shoot him. Or I shoot him. Either way, he will be shot. Or I can position it so it's facing that way. And then could I shoot like something over here to make debris fall?
I mean,
in
that
front of
thing
this guy?
is kind
Or
of
is
in the
that really
way.
precious? What thing? Oh yeah, the rebels were in the middle.
Yeah, the rebels are in the middle there. They have like small speeders there with like some guns on the top, but they're you do see slumped over in the turrets a couple of rebels. I should point out, sorry. Hence why no one's using the guns and why they're trying to stay in cover.
Okay. So there's guns on that one over there. Huh.
Yeah, I can say I'll just make this bigger so you can see what it's like.
Yep.
So it's got like a turret there. The only difference between this is the best part I can find. The only difference is it has, but it's kind of like, do you see like that panel there? There's no panel there. It's basically an open space where there's a rebel slumped over that.
Okay.
That's the
let's
only
do some fun
difference between
stuff.
the actual vehicle and the sprite.
I want to park the vehicle over here. And block this guy's line of sight.
Are you kind of wanting to face towards the rebels with the vehicle? Or do you not care?
I mean, I could. I'm not going to shoot them, but I can look over. I mean, I'm going to go sideways anyway. So unless I want to be facing a building,
Well,
I'd rather be
the
facing
reason why I'm
open
asking
space.
is because you're coming in from this direction. So if you just wanted to face that direction, it wouldn't be too much of a hassle. If you want to do like a turn and face that direction, you'd have to make a pilot and planetary check because
I can't just like drive around there and then turn,
Oh, Annie, can't you
or like just go around here.
just go up there, like face the guy and point blank shoot him, then reverse out if you need to?
Yeah. I kind of wanted to swap guns
Alright.
because I can just switch out of like seats as in not an action as a quicker thing.
Hmm.
So I can just hop in and out of pilot seats and stuff. Um,
But isn't Cruiser currently got the other seat?
no, what I mean is if I get out of this one, get into the rebel one, and then shoot with that one, and then.
Oh.
But then they would see me. Never
Oh.
mind.
I mean, if you open fire, I mean, at the moment, everyone there has looked at the vehicles and gone, and the Imperials have gone, yes, our reinforcements are here, and the rebels are like, oh shit.
Yeah, they're gonna shoot us. I say, yeah, I want to fire while I'm driving forwards. Shoot the guy, and then turn to look up. I'll just go drive up and shoot him.
So you kind of like going in a path all the way around like that, and then kind of like doing a turn where this store is basically flattening.
Yeah,
that.
but as I'm driving up, I didn't mean to do that. Whoops. As I'm driving up that way, shoot him.
Yeah, that's fine. Alright, go ahead. So just move you there.
And then block his line of sight and his ability to escape from this angle.
That's fine. We'll go ahead and make the shot. It's 3 difficulty because again, it's a small person being shot at by a vehicle. But I will give you a boost die because this is a bit unexpected. They're not expecting the vehicle to shoot at them. So as this vehicle glides forward, you shoot, your shot rips through the stall, strikes a stormtrooper, and just sends him flying. And all,
Can we have a look on
and
screen?
all of a sudden, everyone fucking looks at that vehicle like, what the fuck is going on? And then you guys in the turrets, just because you're the ones who can see, because I imagine, because you kind of got sight with the turrets and such, you see the Imperials kind of like their faces like drop, like faces drop, and then I'm just like, shit, we've been duped. The rebels did actually get into the things.
I get.
What are you laughing at?
You just got deceived, that's all. It's funny.
Like the thought of that guy getting back on the radio, you did fucking lie to me.
You do hear radio chatter going, vehicles are actually hostile, they were right. Fuck. So yeah, you are now part facing that. The 1-6 was the other enemy. So the stormtrooper, because he's the one left, is going to try and shoot at this guy. This is close. This is a closer range, so it's just 1 difficulty with a boost die from the other guy. So he does hit, and unfortunately, this guy does. He gets shot, and just kind of collapses onto the big burly dude next to him, and he's dead.
Mm.
And then the stormtrooper hightails it down this way.
Mm.
Aw.
So the stormtrooper has now gone off the map.
Son of a
Oh,
bitch.
okay.
It's actually got away.
And you do hear over the radio. We need heavy weapons to deal with the vehicles.
Can I speak over the radio? No, we don't. Everything's perfectly in hand.
Shut up, rebel scum.
Shit.
PC.
Go on the
slot.
radio again in like a different accent.
Hey, what you on about, lad? Fucking nuts, mate. Just constantly change accents every time you speak. Okay, yep, PC slot, who's next?
Next pilot, maybe?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna drive into the center here.
Mhm.
Turn left, facing
Mm.
this guy,
The guy on the roof, yeah.
Okay.
and fire at him.
Cool. So it's 3 difficulty with a setback die because he's in cover.
Is that black?
Black die, yeah.
Okay.
Essentially, if there's like a little ledge, like at the edge of each of these buildings, which they're like just hiding behind.
Can I aim?
Well, if you miss but hit the ledge, his cover's going to disappear quite fast.
Oh, you mean? Oh, you mean like true? Yeah, you can hit him.
Oh, we can do that with.
Yeah, you can do that.
Is that just a blue?
I mean, you can true him. You're allowed to.
Blue and an upgrade.
Blue and upgrade.
I didn't realize we could do this with gunnery as well.
You can. You can.
No strain or anything?
That's pretty strong.
I'm gonna say yes, strain, because you're also piloting the vehicle, so you've got to use some of your thing to actually pilot the vehicle. So yeah, take 2 personal strain, which
Okay.
it kites down there.
I'll just grab my sheet.
Oh, okay, cool.
Okay. Didn't actually do anything.
Where
So
there,
that did the setback.
where,
I like
there,
your sound effects.
where there was a man and in some cover, there is now a cloud of red stuff and no cover.
Oh, shame.
His gun does seem to fall just down there though, so you know. he's
Very
in
good.
range. But
Was
yeah,
that an army trooper?
that is an army trooper. They have blast rifles.
Nice.
Next PC slot.
Um,
Does anyone want to get? I will shoot, then I guess.
Go for it, yeah.
So,
Can I? Do you say I can shoot him?
yes, you can. And for you, it's if you just do true aim, it's not going to cost you any strain because that's the only thing you're doing for maneuver.
Okay. I can upgrade and add the blue dice. Please, right? Yes.
Yes, you do. Which guy are you targeting? There's 2 left.
What?
Right.
Oh, is there like a... What difficulty is it?
3 difficulty.
Are there any setback things?
Yes, there's a setback. 1 setback dies.
One.
Yeah.
I've lost out. You damn it!
These boosts up doing.
Yeah, yeah. I am going to make you suffer a strain.
Rude.
Oh no. Right, and then the last allied, he's going to climb onto the vehicle, move the dead body, grab the turret, and he is going to attempt to fire at one of them. So for him, it will be same difficulty as actually what's the? I'll have to check the silhouette on this. It might not be the same. Probably will be, but it is. It's exactly the same. Okay. So yeah. So it's 3 difficulty and a setback, and he's using gunnery. And unfortunately he missed as well. But he is going to give the next ally a boost die. Speaking of which, there is Kuta and Niku left.
I can't pop out right now, can I?
Why not?
Because the gun's just turned backwards, right? Technically.
That is a very good point. The gun has turned backwards. You cannot pop out your range.
Okay.
I realise it. What the heck?
It's all on you, Kuta.
Sweet. So do I get a boost?
You do, yes.
I get a boost. Okay, so skills.
What was that tank?
Gunnery.
Am I not looking sorted to the side though?
No, you were looking straight
We're
forward.
looking
Man.
straight forward because he was shooting the guy
Okay.
over there.
No, but in relation to the tanks looking that way,
Yeah, it'd be...
like in relation to the tank, I'm sort of looking to the side of it.
I mean, the hatch is kind of big. I don't know.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess. You might just be able to get the hatch open, just so long as he doesn't turn the turret around.
I mean, Kuta go first and I'll go next.
Yeah,
Sorry. Can I take a pop at that guy?
that guy there. Lovely. So yeah, 3 difficulty with a setback die, but with a boost as well.
Success.
And I didn't want to do the same thing. Yep, you hit him, you hit his cover, cover's gone, red cloud, weapon flies off into the square. Alright, and then the last one is Niku.
Yep.
Who will be at medium range of the guy, so it'll be 2 setback, 2 difficulty, and a setback.
Okay. Alright, let's go.
Yeah, unfortunately you miss, but you do have a...
Yeah, I'll use that to boost someone's dice.
Yeah. Alright. Yeah, because this guy is just immediately going to see that the tide has turned. You will hear over the radios, situation is untenable, need to fall back, and he will leave off the roof this way and disappear. So, at the end of the fight, those of you with strain, and I need to... Sorry, I've got like 6 fucking tabs open with the same thing. Well, not the same thing, with the same core rulebook, but different things. So, anyone with strain, make a 0 difficulty, discipline, or cool check, whichever you want. Which I think is just Talon and Rolo. Okay, for every success, remove a strain. Advantages don't matter, apparently. Cool, so yeah, the fight is over. After the fight, you see this guy get off the gun and just kind of like just like kneel over his dead comrades who are next to him.
I mean, we should probably get out of here.
Oh, do these ships have a tracker on them? You know, of my initial search of the ship ages ago, did I find a tracker?
I mean, you didn't see any.
Can I do a computer's check for a tracker?
Oh, of course you can. You're in the system already, so it's 1 difficulty. Because you use computers to hack into it.
Nice. Ooh, that didn't.
You do find what seems to be a tracker on this thing, but you are fairly easily able to disable it.
Sweet. Do over radio and tell the other crew there's a tracker on board, and I give them slight computer directions of where to find it.
Cool.
So
Okay.
would that be either boost or upgrade on the check for them to find it themselves?
It'd be a boost, yeah. So
And what check would that be then?
Then, yeah.
it'd
You
be
have no-
computers.
Oh fuck. On it.
Right.
Boost on computers.
I need to back in a sec.
Okay. Right. So
Does this count as hacking?
it does.
Okay.
Yeah,
Oh,
it
yeah,
would
2
actually.
blue,
Yeah,
right,
so he
cool.
would have actually got another one. So yeah, you get 2 blue. It's too difficult for you though because you use mechanics to get into it rather than computers.
Oh, so I'm using mechanics.
Oh no. It's a computers check, but because Kuta got
Oh.
it working through computers, his check was easier because he already had full access to the system, whereas you've got
Got it.
partial access because you hotwired it.
Okay.
So computers, 2 difficulty with 2 boost die.
Okay, I got it. Nice.
I run around
5.
collecting weapons.
Shit.
You collect
That's not a
weapons.
success.
Okay, so there was
Yeah.
1 stormtrooper. So you get 6 blaster rifles.
Ooh.
I'll just put my head out the door
Or
to
rather,
the
6 more
main rifle.
blaster rifles because you already had the one from the other guy.
Yeah.
So you get
I'm just gonna poke my head out the door to like the main rebel and be like, "Hi."
Yeah, he's like, just one quick before we play. So, Niku, you failed
Yeah.
to disable the tracker.
Fuck. Can I use that
Um,
advantage for anything? I don't think I can I?
Not really.
Can
However,
I help Kuta in any way?
you think that you can at least temporarily disable it, but you can't quite properly disable it.
I'll just rip it out.
Okay, Kuta's a try.
Yeah.
All right, if he can temporarily disable it, when we get to like a safe place, Kuta can do it properly.
Yeah, Niku, he can do it properly.
I'm on the move.
Well, we need to quickly get out of here.
Alright, so as you can, like, pull him next to him and open the door and pop out, he'll go, you get a better look for guys, so let me just, move you guys out of the way a little, just 'cause I'm just going to enlarge his sprite.
Ooh.
Right.
Ooh, nice mustache.
Yeah,
What's that? It's a beat.
the one other thing, which again sprites, is that this guy has a scar across his right eye.
Is he trustworthy?
He goes, I have no idea who you guys are, but thank you for helping us. I can only assume you've been sent by Rebel High Command.
Yes.
Right.
I'm not the best person to talk to.
Yeah, I think 'cause
I mean, actually, no, I am.
the
The best
talkers fell normally, and Fell's not here
Yeah.
at the moment.
Yeah.
I'm the best person to talk to about other things beautiful, but I'm not the most knowledgeable in rebel matters.
Very well. I don't recommend that we stick around here for too long.
Oh, no,
probably
no,
best
no.
that we make way.
Well, the tracker's disabled in this one. We're working on the one, and the other one is in. It's temporarily disabled, but not completely disabled. Kuta Day can do something about that.
Yeah, you want me to run over to the one?
Mm.
Do you not go get out of here first?
You just go sit in that one. I'll drive this one, and then you can do it on the move, and I'll be fine in this one.
Would someone want to swap so she at least has a gunner just in case?
I can shoot
Fine.
things.
Alright. So you. Oh, whoops! Ignore that. Sorry, that was I accidentally hovered over the dice thing and demoted D6. Alright.
Mhm.
Alright.
Was it accident? Yeah, I get it.
Totally didn't mean to GM roll that or anything.
Oh no, it was a complete accident because I go between looking at Roll20 and looking at Discord, like the cameras. So I kind of went back, went to click on went to go on the cursor and accidentally clicked back onto Roll20 and accidentally clicked on the die. It was completely my fault. I've got no use for rolling the D6. I don't need to do that in this game. But yeah, it's fine. So, okay. Sorry, just let me grab you, Kuta, put you there. Okay, Kuta, go ahead and make a computers check. You, because they haven't properly got into the computers on this one, it's going to be too difficult here. But you know what you're doing with it, so I'm going to give you a boost die. And you get a boost die because of
Can't use
Slicer's
that
tools, which is something
advantage.
Andy mentioned.
I can't use that advantage I got.
But there's no need anyway. There's literally no need. Yep, you managed to completely permanently disable the track on this thing.
Can I upgrade the next person's check?
I guess if you want. I don't know.
Right, so anybody rolling next gets an upgrade.
Can you make it so you hack into the sound system of the, or make one magically appear, and then we can blast music through it?
Can like
I thought the option was to like get away without them knowing where we're going.
Oh, that's a good point.
Yeah.
Why we got rid of the tracker?
Alright, so Rolo gets back in with his arms full of like
Oh,
6 more blaster rifles.
There's now 7 blaster rifles on the floor of my tank. That's-
Right, so. And as you as you guys start talking to the guy and he suggests you leave, all of a sudden a lot more blaster fire starts coming in from further in the village as what seems to be Imperial reinforcements start flooding into the area, and you see some of them have come in with what seems to be like heavy blaster turrets,
Okay, time to leave.
Probably get
Lovely.
which
Don't-
could probably just about get through the armor on your vehicles. So the rebels grab the equipment from their dead, try and load the dead in if they can, and then they turn around to leave out the way they came.
I mean, we can only follow them because we have no idea where we're going.
Yeah, so we stick in the back. Will be regard and probably
Nikki, get ready to throw a thermal detonator.
You
So
don't
probably all group together.
Well, they're like shooting from like long range with like blaster rifles and such, so
Alright.
they're out of range of your throw. So
Just if they get close enough.
Oh yeah.
you guys do manage to get out pretty easily from the village. There didn't seem to be any really Imperial forces on the way, and it didn't seem like they had any other vehicles in the area. So you guys managed to make it out into like the open desert, essentially. Pretty unscathed. You then realise that you can actually, in order to increase the speed, you can actually raise the altitude slightly of the vehicle. It's not much, it's like 10 meters or something, rather than like the one that you may have been at before. But in order to go at the high speed, you've got to raise the altitude of the vehicle, so just a quick thing. But you guys all go speeding off into the desert, with the Imperials shaking their fists or whatever. Like, damn you. So after a while, I'm sorry, I'm just gonna keep on this map just because I've not got any other any other need to move you to the map really. You guys, after what seems like about an hour or so of travel away from the village, you guys pull into a rocky outcrop. Which you can see is riddled with like a network of caves, and as you guys all pull in, with your speeders, you park up behind theirs, and then The rebels who led you here get out, and the big burly dude, whose name you technically don't know, gets out and goes, "Welcome to base camp." It's not much, and you know, you can see that around the base camp. There's not much in terms of equipment. There's a few speeders, a dozen or so people, maybe. There doesn't seem to be much left. I should probably introduce myself. My name is Romar Kek, and I was sent here by Rebel High Command to assist this cell in its growth and to disrupt Imperial operations in the area. As you can see, it's been quite a ride. May I ask who all of you are?
Yeah. No.
Havoc
It's not in
Squad.
No, I actually meant your names individually, but if you just want
Havoc
to
Squad's all you need.
Azan and Nis, it's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah. Of course, would introduce herself in a heartbeat because it's I mean,
She's probably already hugging him at this point.
might be trying to. I don't know. Right, that's fine. We'll go. Pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you.
I hope to
Havoc
spend
Squad.
so much more time with you if I can.
Unfortunately, I don't think that's going to be possible. There's a lot of work to do. I'm sorry.
Don't get inside at that. No.
But
Giving me a mad look at the moment.
as you can see, we have serious problems. Just as he's trying to speak to you, one of the other people who got out of the other vehicles storms up, and he goes, "Where the fuck have you people been? We could have used you a week or two ago. Where were you? We asked for help. We asked for help over a month ago, and we were told
On
that
a
someone
much
was
more
going to be
important
away."
issue.
You've got to understand, we've been asked to do a lot, and unfortunately, we have to pick and choose which ones we do. And at the time, we weren't told what dire consequences you guys were in at the moment, so we went to save a rebel agent who we thought would be in more danger, who was being interrogated with Imperial secrets that the rebels needed. Unfortunately, that kept up most of our time, and so now we're here. We may be late, but at least we came.
Yes, you came,
We are
and
one
we've
group of
lost a
people.
lot because of it. We used to be just a month ago. We were like triple this number. Had a lot more equipment. We've lost most of it now because apparently Rebel High Command decided not to tell you guys how important the situation was here.
Well, that's Rebel High Command, and to be honest, I don't like that much either. So.
Well, that's one thing that we can agree on in this case, but still, just please do what you can now you're here.
Okay.
And he goes off. He didn't look happy. And
It's
Roman
not
goes,
in this, by the way.
I'm gonna gather
As he
people
turns around
round
and goes
and
away, I
speak
do
in a
proper
very
rude
hushed
gesture.
tone. Let's not mention the people we killed. Yeah.
I wasn't
Well-
planning to.
I was too busy running people over. What people?
Nothing.
No one. There was no one.
"Oh, right.
Why did someone say him up?
Roman Kek goes, my apologies to him. He
The dick.
No, I completely understand.
He's a
Rebel.
good guy. He's a good guy. He's one of the original members, one of the original people from this cell. And he's had to watch a lot of his friends die. He's just frustrated more than anything.
Rebel High Command is terrible.
I mean, I would guess that.
I'd say stretch thin, not terrible.
Yeah, I was about to say, yeah, I imagine they're quite stretched thin with resources right now, so. But still, he's right in a sense we could have used you earlier. But to be honest, I completely understand that the mission you mentioned did sound a bit more important, to be honest. I imagine if the Imperials had got hold of that intel, they could have been given the location of the rebel fleet. That would have been an absolute disaster. Better to lose a small cell here than lose the entire fleet. But anyways, it's time to get down to business. As you can see, this rocky outcrop it's okay, but it's not the best location. And honestly, we've been trying different locations for bases, but every single time we do it, they seem to know where we are. We can't stay in one location for too long, otherwise we get spotted. We're constantly on the move, constantly harassed by Imperial forces. I don't understand. When I first came here about a month ago, sorry, 2 months ago, my bad. At first, it was relatively easy. The Imperials never saw our moves coming. They were always taken by surprise. The cell when I came was about, half a dozen people with a speeder. I was able to help them grow it to several dozen at its height. With some decent equipment and some decent support in the local areas. Like I said, the Imperials didn't know what was going on. We were able to hit them at weak points. They weren't able to respond. And when they did respond, they did it in a way that we anticipated, and we were able to counter them. But about a month ago, all of a sudden, that seemed to change. I think the Imperials just started taking this a bit more seriously. They moved a bunch more ships into orbit and started bringing down a heavier presence on us. And that wouldn't be so bad if they were doing the same things, but things have changed. For some reason, they're able to anticipate our moves a lot better than they could ever do before. You saw it then. We had no idea we were wandering into an ambush. They seemed to know exactly where we were going to be. And if it weren't for you guys showing up, I honestly believe we could have been killed. Yeah.
You consider them maybe more?
Exactly, that's what I was about to say. Did you have any new people join in that month? Because it very much sounds like it.
We did, but all of them pretty much are dead now. So.
Is there any of them still alive? Like, even just one, that would enough is suspicious.
There's one or two, but that's the thing. I was thinking that initially as well. So to try and counter that, rather than roundly accusing people, just in case they were. Oh, Mike's gone.
It was frozen for quite a bit.
Oh, he's gone offline on Discord as well. So
yeah.
Right. Just in case that was the case, rather than blindly accusing people and causing discord within the ranks, I decided to not tell people where we were going. At least not the people I trusted, I told, but especially like the newer people, I didn't tell them where we were going until we were basically there. There would have been no chance for them to set up any kind of ambush like there was today. So I don't think that would be an issue. Obviously, I'm always a potential problem, but I don't think that's what's causing this. I've got no idea honestly, I've got no idea. I can only assume that someone new has been brought in. And this new person is more intelligent than the local commander who was here before.
Have you got any information on who's new in the orbit?
I have no idea. We have no idea, unfortunately. We've been trying to get thinking that I've been trying to get information on that, and anyone I've sent has never come back. So at this point, I've just stopped trying to send people because we're just wasting what valuable personnel we have left.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder if they quit the comms to the ships, because they were still going off even though we knew there were rebels on them. Sorry, that's just a thought that came to my mind.
Well, you mean the transports for you nicked?
Yeah. They were still sending through comms even though they knew we were in the ships. Do you think they've got off the communications, or do you think we could hack into their radio or something?
You didn't hear anything on the rest of the journey over, so you don't know. You think they may have now isolated your transports. Either that or disabling the tracker also disabled the radio, because if they can radio you, they can track you. So you would have probably had to have disabled the radios as well to make it so that they can't track you.
Son of a bitch.
Oh, he's back.
No, Andy, you tell him that just as Michael joined.
What?
Saying son of a bitch.
Did you call me a son of a bitch?
Yeah, I guess so.
Why?
No, he was saying it because in order to stop the Imperials from being able to track the vehicles, Kuta had to disable the radios as well because they could have tracked it through radio waves and shit.
Fuck. Yeah, there's no way around that. I don't think.
Well, we know.
So we're not sure. We're not sure at the moment. We can't just keep moving from place to place. We need to try and find a permanent location, somewhere that we can defend if needs be, but hopefully remain hidden. I mean, with this rocky outcrop, it's not the best. It's not the best. It gives us some basic protection. You know, they can't see us from orbit. But eventually they'll be able to figure out where we are. Honestly, my hope at the moment is whoever's now in command leaves, but they'll probably do that when we're not when we're not considered a threat anymore. I'm just not sure what else we can try. We've tried various locations. You know, we've hidden forests. We've hidden in these rocky outcrops. You know. At one point we actually tried having a safe house in one of the local villages over the way, but we were discovered there, and that entire village was burnt to the ground for assisting us. So we don't want to try that again. We can't put people We can't put people in that situation again. You
The
know.
loss of civilian life is inexcusable.
Oh my god.
Not imagine. Have Imperials.
What equipment do you use when you sell new base?
Really, just I mean, we've got basic communications equipment to try and which it makes it not difficult but not impossible to communicate off-world at this point. We've lost our reliable long-range communications. We can communicate over relatively short distances. Other than that, we don't really have too much in the way of equipment left. We've had to abandon a lot of it. I mean, what you see here is basically what we have left. We can't even raid Imperial supply depots. We tried that once, but that didn't go well. Again, they seem to be expecting us to do it, so I don't even want to take the risk.
So I guess they didn't expect us, so that's a point for us.
That is one thing. They didn't seem to expect you guys to come down. I mean, hell, we didn't expect you guys in a way. You know, we didn't know you were going to come down.
And so all we have to do is do what we would do, and then do the opposite, and hope they don't think that we would do the opposite.
So you mean try and do the unexpected, and hope that they haven't anticipated that?
Don't think that we were going to do the unexpected. Then this is works. Or we do something dumb because they don't think we'd do something dumb. And then it becomes smart.
The issue is the issue we've got is we don't have the manpower and the equipment to make mistakes anymore. I mean, we don't have the numbers and the equipment to try something and it to go wrong. Because if they do end up expecting that we might try that, then we could lose everything else that we have. At this point, we barely have enough blasters to go around. I mean, that's why the first thing we grabbed wasn't the bodies of our comrades, but the blaster rifles that they were using, because they're just such valuable things for us to have.
And I turn to Rolo.
It's a shame we could not find any.
Make a deception check to Kuta, and because you said that the next person was boosted, Kuta, Rolo is boosted. So, deception check, 2 difficulty were boosted.
Only one with 5 advantage?
He only said what you can only do it once.
Damn. Can you? I thought you could just spend your advantage.
You can only spend it on. You can't spin up the same thing twice. The only exception to
I
that
don't
is
really
activating crystals.
convinced.
I mean, next
Like-
allied and
Like,
then.
are you sure? I mean,
yes,
I
this is-
swear I saw you picking up some blaster rifles, but I don't know. You guys know your squad member more than I do. Would he pick up the guns off the dead?
Yes, he would.
He would, yeah. I think the last room with him was a laundry cap full of them.
I'm
I mean,
not-
we've got some
A
tanks.
main supply of money. You just write them out. Shit,
We've
man.
also got a box of thermal detonators.
No! Fuck off! You're not taking my detonators.
Very rare. Very
I
useful.
would have to say I know how volatile those things can be. I've seen someone get their arm blown off by it, and that was luck that they just
Very
got their
useful.
arm blown off.
Fuzzy here was very reliable.
I don't have anyone, no one here who is skilled in
Damn right.
demolitions. So I would rather not have those.
Well, we've got the best demolitionist in the system. this little fella can work miracles.
I don't know. Well, maybe you guys should keep hold of those thermal detonators.
Oh god.
I don't trust some of my guys to not grab one, try and use it, and get blown to smithereens. No pressure.
I'm not gonna say much because I'm not used them yet.
Right. So back to the topic at hand. We need a better location for our base. Somewhere where we will be able to hold it more efficiently in the case we're discovered. And somewhere ideally where we've got easy access to nearby villages and towns, so we can go out and recruit and get supplies and such.
Do you have any areas in mind at the moment?
Not that are any different to what we had before. More rocky outcrops, more forests, caves, I guess.
Here's the thing. I know you said you're low on equipment and stuff, but what if you made a load of fake bases as well as an actual base? I know you don't have to say through the equipment. You don't even need to put that much in it. Just something that makes them think you've made a base in this location, and then do that for a few different areas, and then have your main one, which you try and like sneakily put together. And then even if they'll have to spread their forces out anyway to attack how many bases there are, or they start going through them one at a time, and just try and keep an eye on them to see like if they're attacking and stuff. It'll give you some warning that either they know where you've put all these fake bases and are looking for them, or they just want us.
How would that work? It sounds like a
I
good
don't know. It's an idea.
How would we
We'd send out a signal from different places. It would be obvious, but it'd get their attention.
Like, set out how you'd normally make a base. I assume you like slowly bring out the equipment and stuff, like to the area. Not slowly, but you move the equipment.
I
Make
assume
it
they don't
look
have
like
any
you move the
equipment to move, though.
Well, no. All you need is like empty boxes. Throw a lot of empty boxes, like equipment boxes, in, and then go.
You assuming
somewhere
we
else and put
have
a load of
empty
empty boxes.
boxes?
Empty boxes shouldn't be hard to find. I'll
We
just stand up
have
in a few doors in the village.
literally nothing. We have a few boxes full of like some basic supplies like food and a little bit of ammo, like power packs, and we have this basic communications equipment and these 2 speeders, and that's all we've got left.
In that case, they won't be expecting much. All we need to do is put down something small. It's just an idea, and I have no idea if it's feasible or not. But it's.
I mean,
something.
it could be, but we'd have to find a way for it to send out a signal of some kind.
We have 2 computer people here who are a lot more knowledgeable on that topic than me.
He kind of looks up both of you. So your demolitions expert is also one of your computer specialists.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Is there anything this little fuzzy one cannot do?
Talk.
I gathered that from him using that machine.
Yup, yup.
I struggle with that.
And stealing alcohol. He's not very good at that either.
Should I? No, I'm not even gonna ask. Right. Well, he'll turn to Kuta and Niku then. How would you go about faking the signal? I don't claim to be a computer expert in this.
Well, get something that transmits radio signal. We'll get a small battery. Tie them together, chuck them in the cave, and run.
Right. What would let's assume that this happens and they fall for it. How long before they just stop investigating those signals because they assume that they're just fake bases?
Well, then they've got nothing to find us, because if we don't put anything like that in ours... Well, no.
If we...
Wait, do we know it's radio signals? It's how they're finding the rebel base.
Well, no, we're just
No.
putting out ideas.
Yeah.
So it could be like a rebel informant.
Yeah, that's what we get out of here.
From what... Oh, yeah, because you weren't around for it. From what Romar Kek had already said to you, the group, he thought that, so he started not telling people who he suspected where they were going, but they were still getting ambushed. It was still happening.
Okay.
So he kind of came to the conclusion that even if there is a rebel informant, they're not the ones causing all this difficulty for him.
So if we set up a lot of fake signals, and then at some point when they would stop investigating, it may take them to investigate 3 or 4 times before they stop.
Let's distract them for a bit.
Yeah.
Okay.
And if we can, if one of the hideouts isn't being currently occupied, we can start by double tracking on some old hideouts and then.
Okay. Do you think we should stay here now or move to somewhere else and just have this as one of the fake locations?
No, at the moment.
Okay, yeah, do you repeat that? Sorry.
I do not know at the moment.
How long have you been here?
Not too long, you know.
How long do they normally start to pick up on where you are?
Again, not long. Several days. The longest we've been able to hide somewhere is several days. The shortest was like 2 at most.
Damn.
And we've been here coming up to about 2 days.
Have you been able to split apart and hide individually?
Split apart and hide individual. Oh, do you mean after we were discovered?
Well, yeah, as in not hide as a group, but going to hide individually rather than being in several locations.
We tended to just split up, just like scatter and meet up again at predetermined locations, fairly far away from where that base location was at the time. In terms of trying to hide people in with the population, it's getting harder and harder to do. So at this point, we haven't tried it for the last couple of times that they've like found us, like actually trying to send people to hide amongst the population. Again, we just haven't got the personnel to do it.
How many people do they normally send? Do you know?
It's normally a fair few. It's usually a couple of transports at minimum. They also tend to have. They did try and send a couple of TIE fighters as well, but we were able to shoot them down with our speeders.
I'll steal one of those.
I don't even know where those TIE fighters are coming from, to be honest. There's no bases that I'm aware of.
There's a lot of ships.
That's true.
If we could set up a fake base in our actual base and try and make the fake base look as real as possible, we could then put a lot of thermal detonators in there. And then when the army shows up, we blow it up, we take out a lot of their forces. And ta-da, we've not used that much. Don't lose any men and blow up a lot of Imperials. We would have to make that fake base as convincing as possible so they don't come to our actual real base.
It's an interesting proposition.
Just any explosives doesn't have to be thermal
But
detonators. So it's the most
the
effective.
one thing I would say is that with the extra ships that they brought in a bunch more troops. I actually get the feeling that they could probably send a lot more at us if they wanted to, but they're just not for whatever reason. They're choosing to send in a couple of transports worth of people and in some cases a couple of TIE fighters. So my worry is that they've actually got a lot more stuff around. It's not a,
just
don't get me wrong,
whittling you
it's not a
down.
bad idea. It's not a bad idea at all to do that, but
That and they're probably just whittling you down.
hmm,
So then you get more help from Rebel High Command. So then they can then swoop in after the new people have arrived, i.e. us, to then get more information on the Rebel. Shit.
that's true.
Okay.
Well, they now know that there are more rebels here, at least more than they thought there was going to be.
They don't know how many though. All they saw was 2 ships, 2 vehicles,
Yes.
and an Ewok.
Did they see you descend from orbit?
We were stealthed.
As far as you
Stealth.
guys are aware, they haven't seen you.
We don't think so. I mean, we were stealth, but this guy's or whatever. They sound competent here for once.
Then let's hope that is the case. That might be our only advantage. In
Can they
this.
track communications? Off world or out world?
It's
Is
hard.
that a thing ships can do? Good to use
There
knowledge,
is the
knowledgeable on other stuff.
there is the potential for it to happen. It's not the easiest thing to do, I don't think, but it is possible. But you need
How
very
close
careful.
was I to this planet when my comlink went off? Just
So
FYI.
just to bring you back to this map, just to put, it's in the south. Essentially, yeah, you guys are in this system, and you were in the next system over when it went off.
That's too far, right? For them to track a conversation on a comlink.
It would be, yeah. They wouldn't be able to track like your communication in a system over.
Okay, we're good. Nothing to worry about.
Oh, is that what you're worried about? That they'd caught wind of that conversation that you had and then tracked it.
Oh, yeah.
Right. No. It's more kind of in-system communication.
Okay.
It depends how encrypted it is. Because if they can crack your communications, then they might be able to. Then they can listen in. They can detect its location.
Okay.
It depends
yeah.
whether they have the capability of doing that.
We've been using comlinks as well, haven't we?
You have.
Yeah.
I mean, short range things like that, you normally don't have to worry about. It's normally like the more long range communications. So something going off world, for example.
Okay.
Now, a character, thermal detonators can't be remotely detonated.
Damn it.
It's like 3 rounds.
We
is
put a thermal
max.
detonator down, put a bomb next to it that can be detonated remotely, and then a chain reaction will set them all off.
I'll have a
Nice
look.
They can either be set on a timer, or they can set to go when an impact happens.
Yeah. And timers up to 3 rounds.
Yeah, so
It's
which,
not long.
No, I mean a round can be anything from like 6 to 60 seconds, pretty much.
Oh,
So,
is it? Okay.
yeah, it is very abstract in that way. So at most, like 3 minutes. But if you could like rig something so something hits a thermal detonator, then it go off.
Oh, like shoot it.
I mean, you guys would need to be there if you were to shoot it.
Or we can set up a fake dummy, put a thermal detonator in it, and then when the stormtroopers shoot it, boom.
Or just do the tripwire.
Oh.
I mean, to be fair, weird plans is what you need.
I know, right? Well, today. Let's drive into someone, hit them with a door, and then shoot them.
Fucking hell, guys. Jesus. Right, so... I don't know, I mean... At the end of the day, I've probably got a bit more experience than you guys with being part of the rebellion, but, you know, you guys have been made a special forces team for a reason. So, what do you think we should do with it in this situation? Should we stay here? Should we move? Should we go with your plan to set up fake bases and try and blow up some of their forces? Should we not?
I don't know, if this sounds like they got a lot of soldiers, there's no point wasting our thermodetonator's on a bunch of soldiers. They'll easily replace. If we could blow up the commander, that would be great. However, he probably wouldn't show up.
Yeah. Something tells me he's probably up on his ship in space, I'd imagine. Commanding things from up there. I can't imagine he'd ever come down. And I imagine whatever starfighters you came in and stuck down to the surface in probably aren't powerful enough to take out what I'm assuming is a Star Destroyer he's in.
I
No.
miss my ship.
Speaking of which, you guys left your ships in the forest, like a few kilometers away from that village.
That's fine.
We've got transport.
Right.
Hmm.
For the time being, I think at the very least we might be best to move now before we're attacked. Personally, going by past experience, it can be anytime from, like I said, 2 days to several days. So they could literally show up like tomorrow, and they do it in a way that's quite out of the blue. No one really sees it coming. They just kind of arrive, and then we have to very quickly try and deal with it. Which is why we've lost a lot of equipment. Most of it's just had to be abandoned.
Do you know if they're still keeping an eye on those? I mean, they're probably checking all the equipment, but are they keeping an eye on all those old bases, etc.?
Honestly, I haven't sent anyone back. I've got no idea.
Okay.
They might be, they might not. I also don't know what they've done with all the old equipment. Who knows what
Probably
that is?
used it, burned it,
Maybe.
blown it up, sold it.
They've probably seen whether they can get any information out of it, but to be honest, there's not much on it anyway, so don't have to worry about that.
Probably move for now and then scout locations and other stuff later.
Yeah. Nothing that would kind of give away where we are and what we're doing, especially not now.
Mm-hmm.
Right. But because you've got those troop transports, could we use those to transport personnel and equipment?
Yeah, but I suggest not keeping the transports around.
Well,
So the trackers have been disabled.
as
They
have
always
the
useful, though.
radio, so they can't track them that way at least. You can't think of any other way that they could be tracked. But if you rolled up into a village with them, it would be a bit obvious.
Yeah.
So, I mean, at the very least, we should be able to use the transports to move this stuff, and then we can do whatever we need to do with them. Then that's fine. But
I would just leave the stuff in the trap. No, that's probably not smart.
right. Do you want us to leave some, like, a transmitter here or something like that to transmit some kind of signal and hope that they take the bait and come to a fake base?
Be a good test.
Yeah.
Can you make something that listens in on conversations?
Can I do what, sorry?
So say we left something here that could pick up sound in the area, and so if they start talking to each other, because stormtroopers are talkative.
Right.
We could leave it there. And
But
then
it also
maybe let's go see.
I want
But they could also.
Azana and Niku to make a mechanics check at difficulty 2. Kuta, you can try a computers check at difficulty 3 for the same thing.
Can I stick on my own slicer gear?
No, not for this, because you're not hacking into something. You just
Oh shit.
okay. Kuta, you not sure. Niku, you're not really that sure either. Azana, you think that from your knowledge of mechanics and how things look, you think you might be able to, with assistance, make it so that you could hear what goes on the other side, but you don't know how you do it over like a long distance. You'd have to be relatively close to be able to pick it up.
2 questions. One, would it be trackable? Is it like the comm links where it's short distance, so harder to scan, listen in on?
I mean, if they're not expecting it, then they wouldn't know to look for it. So it would be possible if they expected it to be the case, but
Two.
it would be harder.
Could it record? Say we put a disc in that recorded it, we left it at a short distance, and then came back to collect it at some point to then listen to the conversation.
That would probably be better. Because then nobody would need to be here.
So if I can only do the short distances, it'd be better to record it than to listen live.
You're not sure how to do that yourself. You'd have to seek advice on that one. I mean, if you want to see like Kuto and Niku's advice, they can make a computer's check at 3 difficulty to see whether they can think of a way to do that.
Could you make it record? And then we could spend a lot of time together, beautiful, working on it. However long you want.
3 difficulty computers.
If you want to see whether you'd be able to do that. Yeah, Kuta, you don't think you can get it work with what little equipment's there. Niku, you think you could, but it would be temperamental at best. It would hopefully record it, but the quality probably wouldn't be the best, and it might cut out. But that's just, again, just with what little you have to work with, that's just the best you can do.
Well, I mean, can't I just strip some out the Imperial speed transport and use that as record?
What you mean, like jury-rig it to be able to record a conversation?
No, I mean, just take out a drive, storage drive from the Imperial thing and then stick it on the recorder. So it records onto the drive.
You could, yeah. It would potentially depend on how big like the recorder is. Cause if it's like a personal comm link, it won't be that big, but the actual drive will be a little bigger, I'd imagine. Probably not by much, but it'd be a little more conspicuous.
So the thing is, you put a small thing in the base which transmits the signal, and then have the recorder device out of the base, then receiving the transmission, recording it somewhere else, which we can then get easy access to.
It would have
to go into the base.
It would have to be
then pick it
relatively
up.
close to it in order for it to be sent over to the recorder and saved there. So it could be like on the outside of the base, like hidden somewhere. That's fine, but it would have to be in the vicinity in order for that to work.
What's the max distance for the comm links?
The short range ones, not that far. For something like this, it would have to be pretty close, maybe half a kilometre at the most.
Well, that's half a kilometre away from the base, so that's fine.
I wonder if that's going to look around that sort of area.
Yeah.
For a drive that might be like this big, max.
It'd be small.
Yes. Easily, you can easily hide that shit.
Yeah.
Right. It's like that sounds good. At the very least, it might be worth testing it, just to see whether they take this bait. Because if they do, then we can at least for the next couple of times try and set up fake bases and have them go there. So if you guys can set that up, that'd be great. Meanwhile, we'll pack up our things and move them into those transports.
Mm-hmm.
Now, if you excuse me, and with that, he turns and starts issuing orders to pack things up, then move in to the next location. And he just leaves you guys to it. So, is there anything you guys want to talk about with each other or any of the rebels there? Just yes or no.
Actually, I wonder if these vehicles, like the rebel vehicles, might have trackers on them.
Yeah. So, would you mind?
Can we inspect them?
Yeah, inspecting.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, sure. That's fine.
Yeah.
They'll let you inspect them. So you have a quick look. One of the rebels just come up and say, "Can I help you two at all?" Or
Vehicle check.
for what exactly?
For any faults?
Actually, who's this dude that's asking us right now?
He's just like a
Yeah.
random rebel.
Is this random rebel? Yeah, you sure?
Yeah, he's not he's not the person who had a go at you guys for not being around earlier.
I'm
He's
just saying, what's his background? What's his background right
You
now?
don't know.
How many years has he been in the rebellion?
You don't know.
someone fucking background check this guy before we start
That's the
answering
thing,
shit.
you don't know anything about anyone here.
Where's that main guy just gone? Has he fucked off completely now?
I mean, it's a small base, so you can easily see him around.
I mean, shit. Why do I have to be the one that asks the question?
Because you're the one who brought it up.
Fuck! I'm just gonna throw it at someone else. Just, you're knob.
Someone check this guy out.
He looks a bit partly flustered, partly insulted, and it's just like,
Sorry.
it's just like,
Whatever.
It's like,
I don't give a fuck.
I'm sorry, but who are you again?
Sorry, handsome. Fuzzy here is very temperamental and distrusting.
Yeah, I can see that.
Which, you know,
Yeah.
I'm a pilot. I like looking at ships, and these two, I get them to do the ship checks for me computer-wise because I'm terrible at that kind of stuff. I just hotwire it and go, as I do. I like comparing them to my own ship, and it lets me know how great my ship is.
But we're not hot wiring these vehicles. We're not
No.
stealing.
That's not what we're doing. Why would you? You've made that sound so suspicious.
You're the one who said I just hot wire them.
Yes, I'm just getting these guys to ask about the vehicle, and then I get them to do, and I just hotwire the thing. That's all I do.
Look, Mr. Gek gave us permission to inspect them, so we're going to inspect them.
Make a
Let's have a
deception
look.
check, because technically he didn't.
He didn't.
I thought they asked him if they could.
Nope.
Didn't they?
Nope.
Oh, didn't
Nope.
they not? I
Nope.
thought they did.
Nope.
Mm-mm.
Make a deception check at 2 difficult.
I'm just doing it because
Maybe
of suspicion
purposely like-
that maybe the way they're tracking him is through the vehicles.
I mean,
It was just a last thought that came into my head.
right. He goes, look. Sorry, look. We're all on edge, okay?
Understandable.
We've lost so much in the last month that
Yeah, we got it from the other guy. Go away now.
Beautiful.
right,
What
Is
he
there a way
said.
to like check?
Sensitive.
Like, is he being sincere? Is that a check?
I'm sorry, but you know, we're not the ones who brought back Imperial vehicles to our base. You know.
Kuta,
Were you in
Beautiful.
the square earlier?
beautiful.
Well-
Shh. Shh. Not him. He's on edge too, apparently. I will try and deal with that later.
Look,
For now,
all I
staying
want to
quick
know
chat.
is why you want to check our vehicles. That's all I want to know.
Because we're
Mm-mm.
trying to help. We're trying to like figure stuff out. You know.
But
We're
is there a
new.
particular reason?
I want to have a look at the ships. I mean, to be honest, we should have a look. We're not allowed to have a look. Inspect the computronics. That's not a word. Inspect the computers. Inspect like trackers and stuff.
It can't
Inspect,
be
like-
tracked if that's what you're worried about.
Mm,
We made sure that it can't be tracked.
Okay.
Well, we're gonna check anyway.
Yeah.
For Beautiful's own peace of
Right,
mind here,
go
he'd
ahead,
like to have
right,
a look.
Go ahead. And he just I've got things to do anyway. And he just goes wandering off.
Sorry.
Everything's just so. Like,
Gosh, these guys need some alcohol in their lives.
I know. So I don't want to help them now.
God, they need to be drunkards. Come on. Alright, so if you want to check, make a. Are you checking for a physical tracker or like a computer tracker?
Both.
Both.
Yeah, I'll do physical.
Alright,
Yeah,
so,
I'll
if,
go
you,
for
so if you're doing
computer.
physical, do a mechanics check at 2 difficulty. If you're doing computer, do same check, same difficulty. Well, sorry, computers check, 2 difficulty, sorry.
Can you use my slice?
Yeah, that's the thing, because you're not really hacking into
It's
it
only
in a
for
way.
hacking, yeah.
You're not really hacking in.
I don't know.
Or can you use it for like use the slice for hidden programs? Like me going through the
Okay, yeah, I'll allow that.
files, but I have the slice program to go for hidden stuff.
Yeah, I'll allow that. And remember, Andy, your toolkit gives you a boost die as well for mechanical stuff.
It's only for taking apart, though.
I mean, you might need to.
Oh, okay.
Right, Kuta, you do not
One sec.
find on either of their vehicles any kind of computer tracker.
No, I'll then ask Nikki to have a once over on the computers, see if I messed up.
Well,
Sorry.
well, Niku doesn't find any physical trackers on either vehicle. However, one thing that you do find, actually, with your advantages, is that one of the vehicles seems to have some damage to its engine.
Oh.
So it doesn't look like it's anything serious now, but if it's left unattended, then this could get serious further down the line.
I
We'll
mean,
call
how
that guy
much
back
time-
over.
Which guy?
Guy was berating us.
He's gonna go. What now?
I mean, I
Look at
could
this, mate.
fix it.
Your engine's a bit damaged.
I mean, I
Yeah.
could fix it for
Be a shame if no one had inspected it.
I mean, you can do that for
I'm
me.
sorry, Jesus. I'm not a mechanic. I don't know
That's
the
fine.
difference.
It's kind of our specialty here, so that's why we thought we'd do this once over the ship. But now we know. We won't sort it out now because it's sort of serious matter, but we can sort it out at next phase. Wait a
Okay,
moment.
well, sorry for performing and thank you, alright?
Absolutely fine. Misunderstandings happen.
Right,
I'm gonna go over it
I
again.
just
With...
glare at him. Full on glare at him.
You need some de-stressing tonight.
Mm.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, God.
I do the pause and go.
Fucking hell. Right, so what are you saying, sorry, Andy?
I'll go over it with computers and then I'll work
Right.
on the engine. after.
Computers check 2 difficulty.
Okay, 1 boost. Yeah, slicer.
Yep, you're pretty sure that there's no
It's clear
computer
as fuck,
tracker
okay.
either. There is all records of these vehicles have been completely wiped, so
Hmm.
they can't be tracked.
Can I then look at any other computerized stuff that this cell has?
As Romar Kek mentioned, it's not much in terms of things. It's just a list of past base locations and a couple possible sites.
Okay.
I'll
One
try
of-
to fix.
One
a
of
vehicle?
which is just a cave, and one of which is another rocky outcrop. Which rocky outcrop is about 3 kilometers away. The cave is about 5, and it's in the side of a small mountain range. Right, what are you saying, Andy? Sorry.
I'll try and fix this engine.
Alright, are you gonna do it now?
Yeah.
Alright, cool. So make a mechanics check. You have boost because toolbox,
Yeah.
and because it's not fair, because you're doing it and it's not fairly serious. Just do it at 2 difficulty.
Okay.
Right. So you believe you have fixed it, but there are questions about its longevity. You've basically you haven't fixed the underlying. You fixed the engine, but you haven't fixed the
Yeah.
underlying problem with the engine, and you know you haven't.
As long as no
Yeah,
one
I'll
tells
just
the other
bring
guy.
But you're
Yeah,
also,
let's bring us to that guy again.
but you're also not sure exactly how you're going to be able to fix it at this point.
Mm.
You know.
I mean, the warning's enough for him, right? That this engine can fuck up at some point.
Right.
Still like a post-it note on it.
post-it note on his engine.
No one's gonna see that shit because they have to open the fucking hood.
Put it on the hood.
No one's gonna notice that shit as soon as they take off. It's gone. And when they come to like open the hood, there's no note. There's no nothing. I guess I could put it on the driver's seat. Yeah, I'll put it on the driver's seat.
So you-
This engine can fuck up.
so
Good
you-
luck.
So you're going to put the Star Wars equivalent of a post-it note
Yep.
on the driver's seat.
On the seat. Yep. Right on the seat.
Stop
So you
posting.
can't miss it. It can't fly off. It can't do nothing. It's on the seat.
Yeah, it can't fly off because they're sat on it.
I mean, they should notice it. All right.
Put it on the steering wheel.
Steering wheel. It should be okay to put on the steering wheel, right? It should be able to stick there.
For now,
It
at
shouldn't
least.
fall off.
I mean, it's a post-it note, guys. It is gonna fall off.
I mean, it should be all right.
This is a star post-it note. You know, 'cause it's space.
There'll be space. They always have like, what is it, hollow or something? It'll be a hollow note or something.
Like
A hollow post-it note.
Yes.
Yeah, I'll
like
do
a
that.
like a hollow warning. This engine will fuck up at some point. Have fun with that.
I don't
And
know
I'm
when,
gonna-
but it can do it.
Good luck at the end.
Yeah, good luck. Yep.
I find you do that.
Yep.
Not too long after you finish doing that, the Romar Kek comes over and he says you're right. All personnel and supplies have been put into the 2 transports. Other than myself and 3 others who are going to use the other speeders. We're going to go to. Well, I suppose it depends. We've got 2 possible base locations at the moment. One's inside a cave about 5 kilometers away. One's in another set of another rocky outcrop about 3 kilometers away. It just depends which do you guys think would be the better one to go to for now?
Okay, probably.
The cave. Okay. Do you want to set things up here as a fake base before we go, or?
Yeah.
I'm becoming extra paranoid.
Why?
Why?
Someone might have a tracker on them.
Oh, you
That
think?
person.
Fuck's sake.
Fuzzy, you're not gonna like.
Alright,
go
get everyone
around
to line up.
I mean,
Oh,
I'm getting a little paranoid. I'm running out of
Fuzzy, it's
options here.
Right.
oh, we should pull it. Do you up, won't we?
Everyone, line up and strip.
Basically, yes.
But what if it's on
I
the
am all
clothes?
for this.
We'll also need to
What if they're
explain
wearing
the
a wire? Yo, what if they're actually wearing a wire? Hold on.
Oh
what
yeah,
if they are
remember
actually
your
wearing
white.
a wire?
Alright, we do need to do this now.
Yes, let's.
I'm a
This is a great
little
idea.
sketched out about how the tracking you.
Is Roman Kek here? Is he checked
He's
his
talking to us
actual
right now.
people?
He's
Yeah.
talking
Yeah,
to
he's
you
stuck
right
us
now.
right now.
Have you
Yeah.
checked like your people for like trackers?
Or himself?
I mean, like checked like everywhere.
Every crevice. Every orifice. Yes.
Every nook and cranny.
Would you believe me if I said yes? Just so you don't do it again?
I mean, is there a way to tell he's lying?
I mean, hang on.
I've not seen it.
No, just
I
once.
might be blind.
You're going to FL's medipack and pull out a glove and go like this.
Um,
Make sure
Just
I
get a
have a nice thick ring
little
on
extra
my
paranoid.
finger.
right.
They might be getting tracked through the boreholes. Who knows? They might have been probed.
When we were planning to do like a Star Wars campaign, I didn't expect to be like checking people's asses.
No, you're totally sure that he's been legit.
He's being legit.
You're totally sure. You're totally sure he's not
Okay.
bullshitting you. Just to get you to shut the fuck up.
Alright, fine. We won't check them for now, but
Just trust me, no one's being tracked personally, it's fine. Do you really think I haven't thought of that?
I mean, I don't know you.
I don't know. You didn't say, but fuck.
I didn't think I need to.
But if you,
fine. I didn't think I need to. You know, when I said that, you know, when I told you that, you know, I stopped telling people, you know, where we're going because just to see whether there was any moles or anything. I would have thought that would have been a good indicator.
okay, all right, okay,
But
all right, fine.
but no,
You say you did it, we'll believe you.
Thank you. Right, let's leave for that cave then. So you all so you're getting these speeders and you all go off. Right. So here's a question. We can stop now if people want to, or we can keep going. It's completely up to you.
I'd say a good point to stop because it's 5 to 12.
It is 5 to 12. Yeah, that's fine. So you're going to be on the way. You're just setting off to go to the next best location. So we're going to stop it there. So let's have a look. So just for duty.
For duty.
So, right. And I apologise, Andy, because you're the only one who I can't think why they'd get some points. Because you haven't done any sabotage, really.
No.
But
Yeah,
everyone...
we do have sabotage. We sabotaged their ambush and we stole the stuff.
No,
Sabotage their comlinks?
not really.
Yeah.
No, not really. Sabotage is more kind of espionage, like, you know, like, if you'd, like, blown up the vehicles rather than steal them, that would have been sabotage.
You sabotage your speeder by not repairing it properly.
I mean, I sort of did repair it, though.
So you get some contribution rank to the Empire.
Right.
In case he decides to turn into a boat.
Right, so everyone else is getting 3 duty.
Damn.
Yeah, again, sorry.
I mean, it's still a group thing when we rank up, though, isn't it?
It is. And just because I can't really leave them out of it in this kind of case, that also applies for, unfortunately, Will and Connie. Because you protected the rebels, at least most of them. One died, unfortunately, but you know, you helped protect them. So that's personal for Will. And then because Rolo took those blaster rifles that he still has, technically, that's resource acquisition, which also counts for Connie. And then
Can't believe we didn't give them to the.
We didn't steal anything though. There's nothing in that transport.
Did you take them out of the transport?
no,
And
Yes, they loaded up into the transport, didn't they?
No.
they did.
Wait.
They moved their equipment into the Imperial troop transport, so you guys nicked.
I think you need to check your blaster rifles.
They do all seem to be there, where you left them.
there's a few extras in there now as well. So, in terms of experience, everyone is going to get 9 XP today.
Woo.
Right, so... And that's going to be that. So, thank you everyone for watching. It's been Cookie38 and Friends. Sign off now, and we'll see you next time for Will's campaign. Which is
Dragon fight.
Bye.
Wait, what, sorry?
Dragon fight.
Oh, yeah.
Fuck yeah.
Oh,
Two people
no.
are triumphed. Yay.